Time's up. Have your own.
Here it comes.
Fade in.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have.
No! She's not supposed to be talking about...
I have no idea what's going on, Dre, but it's fun.
Talk about that!
He's having a breakdown. Somebody call Johnny Cochran.
I use it. It's great. It's great. It's fantastic. You have to understand the glory of a good back scratcher. I don't know. I didn't know what I was missing all these years. It's fantastic. I'm tired of hurting my left arm to try and reach around. Box office.
You're doing it to yourself. I am not responsible for the degeneracy of this stream.
It's gonna be some freak mess. You know, it's gonna be some weird freaky deaky. Like, he became one with Reed Richards for one day and bust a fat nut that one moment, and now.
Yeah, you're here to bang women.
But I also hate you a little because you go and make it your business to try to make fun or try to get. And if yes, exactly, half-breed putting her crotch in my face.
Jurassic Park didn't eat more out of Lilo's pie.
Oh fuck! I'm still jerking off in front of my console.
Whoa, back. So, the white girl that's not a black girl with blonde hair is playing a character that saves Siri from SA. And then demands compensation by eating bugs.
Basically.
Oh my god, you're not gonna let me tell the story of cutting my penis off?
Please, sir, can I have some darkies?
This is why I do crystal meth.
Bella Downsy fingered Dora the Explorer on HBO.
Why in the world is there some gay white man wearing these see-through shoes?
Don't try to razzle dazzle me.
No, Warner Brothers is doomed. They can't take care of themselves. They're a limbless infant on the street begging, help me, please. But no one's going to do it because it's Goblin Baby. So no one wants it. Point is, anybody that picks up that Goblin Baby, it's a diseased baby. And it's going to poison your entire company too because you're also dumb and stupid and you don't know what you're doing. Now, if you were smart, you could put cybernetics on it, create a little monster, run around here, then we have a lot of fun. But they're not that smart to make it even a cybernetic Goblin Baby that could cause destruction. That'd be fun. But here we are.
I love this metaphor.
Here we are.
Cybernetic.
We have nothing
that's
but
what Apple was describing. Drew was describing with Apple. That's cybernetic, baby.
Cybernetic Goblin Baby.
I'd work with Haley Atwell every day.
But
with two hands even.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
And these tool bags wouldn't know quality if it walked up and motorboated them. Because, you're going to motorboat quality.
Wait, what?
Quality boobs. You want to motorboat quality boobs.
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
Now with more Goblin Babies. Yeah, I quickly got that edit done today. It's like, wait, I got to get the Goblin Baby edit in there. Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the round table where we do our best for you. We do our best, and we have a good time doing it. We hope you do too. Jed, do you have a good time?
I always have a good time at the expense of others, no matter what's going on. I always find a way to enjoy myself, and Not everyone enjoys that I enjoy myself, but I do it anyway.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, we had a great stream last night talking about Varsity Blues. I've been doing a Stranger Things marathon to prepare for season 5 and just chilling. All right. This has been a really relaxed week for me, and it's been needed. I've been very busy with the channel stuff going on that I've hinted at before, and this week it just came to a stopping point because I set off all the projects to other people and just sat back and let everybody else do the work for me.
Well, that's what a real man does. When somebody else do the work for them.
That's what a real leader does. Delegate.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not into the whole Stranger Things stuff going on right now because I'm not into it. I'm not poo-pooing on it. I'm not caught up in it. So I'm pretty neutral on it. And
after this long.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. I want to bring that up later. It's one of the brief topics I do want to talk about today is the Stranger Things. And I brought this up on Daily Dive earlier in the week. So I'm going to bring it up to you guys a little bit later. Hello, Dre. I saw a little bit of Badlands. Did you see it all?
Oh, yeah, I saw it all.
I haven't. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I will. No super spoilers because then again, I haven't seen it yet, and I got to review it tomorrow. But we will talk that. We will talk the box office. But I haven't liked what I have seen so far.
It was first of all, hey everybody. Hello, everyone, and hello to the chat. Hello, fam. So I saw 2 movies this weekend.
Okay.
One at home and one in theaters. The movie I saw at home was Predator Badlands. The movie I saw at home was Naked Gun 2025.
Ooh.
I heard.
Guess which one I enjoyed more?
Naked Gun.
That is correct, sir. That is correct.
Yes.
That is correct. Now,
I love that movie.
Now, Badlands, we'll get into it, of course.
We're going to get it.
We're going to get into it.
We have conversation.
We'll have a conversation, but I wasn't disappointed because I have no standard for that. That's all out the window now, obviously. But this is what I will say. I did not hate the film. I did not hate this film. But there are some glaring problems.
I will say this as a tease. Without spoilers, the opening 30 minutes to me proved they have no concept of what the Yautja are. The whole premise of this proves they do not understand that species in that lore. They don't. It's not at all.
It's so tough because there's just so much. There was so much Disney in this joint. I think that's the problem. The problem is
the writing is terrible.
There's so much. Disney showed its dirty booger fingers in this movie, without question. There are dirty booger fingers involved in this, and they showed it. And we'll talk about it, but we'll talk about it later. But seriously, there's some stuff we got to discuss.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff. I mean, so what we're going to talk about box office, which Jed and I were just talking about. It looks a little sketchy.
There's some weird things going on.
A little sketchy. And the fluff. We're not going to review the movie. We're going to dance around it, but we're going to talk about, we'll give our general opinion and talk about, but we'll get into a little bit. And of course, the reaction. There's a lot of fluff going on with that movie. A lot of fluff right now. A lot of pretending this is some sort of instant classic, to quote a comment Jed found. Hi, Dragon Lady. How are you?
I'm doing great. Watched the new version of Frankenstein on Netflix last night, which I really enjoyed. Other than that, I've been all right.
Most people seem to be enjoying that. I have no interest, but most people seem to be.
It's really, really good.
I'm looking forward to it.
I like gothic horror. Usually I'm more into Tim Burton than the other director, but he's usually pretty good as well. So I'm probably.
I consider Guillermo del Toro a better director than Tim Burton.
I would agree with that. He does some weird stuff, but he's pretty high up there on the current catalog of directors. His Shape of Water is, I don't know what he was thinking with that one, but generally he makes good movies.
Blade 2. He did Blade 2.
He did.
Yeah,
He does good
I
stuff.
still want to see his Hobbit version. I know that there was some drama. I don't know how it would have turned out, and I don't blame Peter Jackson for the Hobbit movies because he came in last minute. They were already filming, I think, when Peter Jackson got brought in to direct those movies. So I want to see the original Del Toro cut
I still
or
like them for
a
what
Peter
they are.
Jackson cut if he had his actual prep time. Imagine if Peter Jackson had been the director from the very beginning, we would have gotten much better.
I think we'd only have 2 movies if he had done it, not 3.
yeah.
It would have been 2.
Yeah,
I like them for what
the
they are.
third
though.
movie was a last minute decision. They were halfway through filming when they decided we're going to make a third movie, and then they had to add in enough for all the extended cuts. Just because Lord of the Rings did an extended cut doesn't mean.
Well, I have the extended cuts. I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them. I like them for what they are. They're not masterpieces, but I like them for what they are because they at least have some heart. There's some bad stuff in there. The whole love triangle crap. That's
the
shit.
love triangle, and I can't get attached to any of the dwarfs besides like the main 3. I know all their names, but Biffer, Bofer, Bomber.
Yeah.
What are their personalities besides single jokes?
Yeah. Yeah, but they're there. But they're there. All right. Anyway, Beardo's running a little late. Beardo will be here though. Beardo's running a little late. He will get here. But we do have warm-ups. So before we get to the main event stuff, we have warm-ups. But hail and howdy to the chat, guys. The chat has a name now. My chat has a name because you guys know. Jed knows specifically. We have tried to field test. We have farmed out some ideas. We have tried for a long time to figure out what are we going to call the chat because all chats have some sort of nickname, but nothing felt right. Nothing was organic. For a while, we tried the irregulars. That didn't really work early on. But as always, when it's meant to happen, it happens. There he is. There's my favorite Goyim Mensch right there.
What up, boys?
Welcome.
What up?
How's everybody doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
You're just in time for the perfect story. You're just
perfect
because you have experience with this with the Geeks and Gamers streams when weirdos come in and create something for us when we're struggling. So I'm almost 5 years in on this channel. My chat has not had a nickname. Yours has a nickname. You're the Bearded Society. You got one.
Right.
That's an easy one. You can make that one. You don't have to field test it. It works. But I hadn't quite figured one out. So Jed and I have been trying to work this one for a couple of years. Haven't quite done it. And then I think it was Wednesday, right at the end of the stream. Now I gotten a little bit of trolling on Twitter. I was trolling the stands. It's my hobby.
Yeah.
And I'm closing out the stream. I'm like 5 minutes from closing out the stream. Person rolls in the chat called Mr. Handstand with a little with a Death Star 2 avatar in his YouTube handle. Says, I saw this guy trolling on Twitter, so I came to see. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was trolling. I started leaning on, and then he goes, oh, you're a gatekeeper. And I started, yeah, I'm a gatekeeper. We're all gatekeepers around here. We're gatekeepers our hobbies. And I said, that's it. Thank you. You have given the chat. You've done it. Thank you. And he says later, and he lasted 30 seconds before he ran away.
That's a long time.
Yeah, he lasted 30
seconds.
30 seconds.
That's
30 seconds.
That's a long time.
And
that's expert mode.
But now this chat are the gatekeepers.
Okay, I thought you were going to go with the synagogue or something.
No. That requires
the Hasidics.
No, that requires everybody being cut, and not everybody's cut, so you can't.
The
Goyams.
Okay. Right.
All right. How you doing, Barry? You having a good week so far?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I took a little couch nap, and I woke up and it was 3. I was like,
I've done that. My own streams. I've slept right up until it. I did that earlier in the week once. I woke up 20 minutes before it was supposed to start. I'm like, what? Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was watching some football. I was having a good time. I'm watching football, and then all of a sudden I'm getting a phone call from my brother, and I was like, shit, it's 3:00. I no intention on falling asleep. I just did.
Hey, it happens. But that's the best kind of sleep. We call that in my house the delicious sleep because it just happens and you wake up, you're like, oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And the thing is, it can be short too. It can be 30 minutes or an hour, but it feels like it was like for 5 hours.
Restorative.
Right.
Restorative. Yeah.
Anyway. I wish I could nap. I've never been able to nap. I always feel miserable afterwards.
Really?
If I ever manage to take a nap, I'm done for the rest of the day.
If you take one too late in the night, it will screw things up. It has to be that middle of the afternoon perfect moment where it's like, Oh, I'm feeling good now. And now I can get on with the day. I'm a little charged. Let's get the rest of the day done. Let's get things done. So hail and howdy to the gatekeepers in the chat. Hail to the mods. Good sirs, Legatus, Algerman, Ruminex here to do their good work. Huzzah, son of Joxer, my friend. I think I saw nobody else. No, I think I saw. Oh, that's it. That's everybody's chatting. Hi, everybody. There's Rachel. I see Rachel. Hail, Rachel. Hail, Arturo. How are you, my friend? And everybody else, you're just watching, not chatting. We are happy to have you here. We've got a busy day. It's not one of those weeks where we've got continuing stories. We are going to continue looking at the saga of the bidding for Warner Brothers. Last week, Netflix became a hypocrite and said, oh, now we are going to look at it. And this week, Comcast Universal says, hell, hey, we're going to do it. So we're going to look at that. At the same time, the fluffing of trying to pretend that Warner Brothers is strong, yet not strong. I have a whole article where they're trying to tell us Superman was successful again. They're still doing that. So we still got that. At the same time, got gaming stuff that went on this week. We're not going to go deep into it because I'm the only Square Enix guy here. So I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of it. But it is part of a trend I want to talk about. The Square Enix news combined with GTA getting pushed back again. And if you're okay with it, then you understand what's going on. If you're crying about it, I'm going to use a word we've been using a lot lately, tourist. That is a word I'm going to stress a lot. The tourists are really getting on my nerves more and more. Then, well, I'm a little bit into it. Dre has finished it. We will take a little peek at Predator Badlands box office, which Jen and I just noticed there's a little something odd with the box office. It's very odd, a little strange. But we will talk about it. No super spoilers because I can't give my review till tomorrow because that was bought and paid for Double D's. But I will tell a little bit of what I heard. Oh, yeah.
D's?
Oh, the Daily Dive, the Double D's.
Oh.
That's his daily show. He calls it the Double D's.
I try to stay on brand. I really do.
So Square Enix guy.
Yes.
You a big Just Cause guy?
No.
What?
I'm not. No. I never played it.
Just Cause 3 is one of my
RPG
favorite games of all time.
I'm on the RPG side of things. That's where I am. The RPG
Just Cause 3 could be an RPG. You can make it an RPG. If you play it the right way, it can be anything you want. It's so fun, dude. It's so fun. You should give it a shot. It's a good time.
Maybe. I mean, I'm the old
That's a
school
no.
guy. It is.
I know.
It's a no.
All right. Adam's one of those people, if you tell him to do something or recommend something to him, he will not do it.
I'm similar. I'm similar in that way.
I had a friend who told me for years to watch the I'm the Juggernaut bitch video on old school YouTube, and I never did it. You to watch it? No. Yeah, no. The more you tell me to do something, I'm going to push back. Push back. But there are ways.
Why it's taking him this long to play The Witcher 3.
I played it 2 years ago.
That's what I'm telling you. That's way too late.
I waited for Game of the Year edition.
So did I, Adam. To be fair,
came out in 2016.
The first time I played Witcher 3 was this year.
And then I waited for a deal. I wanted to only spend $16.
But well, that's on brand. On brand.
It's on brand, saving some money.
But that's why I won't play Expedition 33. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not playing Expedition 33 because everyone's like, this is the greatest fucking game ever.
Here's
and
my
I'm
philosophy.
like, no, because everybody's saying that it's the greatest game ever. Now I'm not playing it.
You have to come to things on your own. That's a philosophy of believing. If you find it on your own, you're going to have a better experience. Forcing somebody to do something, forcing somebody to play something or watch something that is good, it's not right. Now, making me watch Cats 2019, that's different. And I
Why
got paid
would you do that to yourself? I could have told you it was bad.
because they paid me $30 and I didn't choose it.
Because he's a whore.
He's a filthy whore, Dragon Lady.
I prefer the term
Filthy
Riker.
whore.
I'm a Riker. I prefer that. All right.
Oh, Riker, where I come from, the red light district, them's is called hoes.
Okay.
Ladies of ill repute.
All right, so I got a couple of warm-ups. Here's the first warm-up, just because I want to make sure you guys stay up to date on this, and also I want two takes on these two things. First one, it's let's mock something. We're all aware. Yeah, we're all aware.
Okay.
No.
All right. Nothing.
No. We're all aware that the Disney Star Wars stands have lost their mind over the hunt for Ben Solo.
Yeah.
It's retardedly dumb. Well, couple days ago, they had 2 meetups in New York and LA in front of some Disney Studio stuff. And as predicted, it's pathetic. I just want I wanted somebody. I was a bigger channel, I was hoping somebody could go get some footage, this and that, but that wasn't going to happen, especially in New York, because now that's basically a demilitarized zone now. But here's this right here. They took a picture in front of Disney headquarters in New York. All 7 of them.
Wow.
Maybe
They
8.
really
Someone took the picture.
organized. They really organized. They were telling us that they were the majority, that everyone who didn't want this movie was just man babies on Twitter who didn't move the needle at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
One
really
of
showing how big the Disney Star Wars audience is.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the things that made me laugh was them trying to compare it to Deadpool and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm sitting there thinking the only difference was that there was actual footage of those 2 films. Whereas this wasn't even on paper.
That was Screen Rant just said that, and I remarked on that last week. Yeah, there's a difference, and
it's laughable.
Zack Snyder filmed an entire movie.
Yeah,
and there's no footage on this, and they already paid a guy over $1 million to write this bad script. So I just wanted to show you guys this, and this is sad. Is this the saddest thing you've ever seen?
I love it. I love it. I don't think it's sad. I think it's hilarious. I want more of this. Keep going. Keep campaigning. Do all of it.
How many people do you think?
Holy shit, Adam! Did you just fart?
No.
I
would own up to it. I don't know.
Dragon Lady farted.
That's a lot of
girls don't.
My squeaky, I was moving on it.
Oh,
all right. No, they only have about 5,000 people signing their special petition too. This thing is. My only question is now: how much longer do you think they're going to drag this out? I mean,
it's going to be another month, I think. But as I keep calling these stands, they're dories. They get something in their brain for a little bit, and then it disappears from their collective consciousness, and it's barely referenced ever again. Because every time a new movie comes out, they're like, "This is the greatest thing ever. This is my identity now." A few months later, something else comes out, and it's like, "This is my identity now." I've never identified with a film as much as I have this one, and it's the same pattern every time. So they'll get latched onto something else in a little bit, but I'm hoping that it lasts just long enough for them to collectively make the Hunt for Ben Solo fan film. That's what I want, just to see how terrible that would be. I don't think it'll last that long, and they don't have the money or the organization skills to pull it off, but I would love that.
I would love that, because then we could watch that without copyright.
We could.
Make fun of it. Then we could fun of it. All right, now here's the other thing I got. Here's a simple question to you guys now. Here's a simple question. This is actually a serious one. We did get a bit of news earlier in the week, and we're always critical of all these studios making movies we don't want, bringing back franchises that maybe are dead. In this case, this is maybe a good news, bad news. We got a little news early in the week, and I've already given my take on this, so I really want your guys to do this. How do you feel about the possibility of a Mummy 4 with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz coming back? How do we feel about this?
I'd watch it. You know, like I'd go see it because I like Brendan Fraser. I like fun. So like those movies are not good movies. Those movies were never.
Oh, good. What are you talking about? They're great. I love those two.
The
first two.
They're campy fun.
They're great.
Campy fun. They're not good films.
They're great movies.
They're not good films, but they're campy fun. And nobody loves fun more than old Dreezy. So I'm definitely going to go see it without question. I'm not even looking for it to be like, is it going to be narratively great? No, the other all 3 of them.
Nope.
Or just campy, fun films that are homages to serials from the 1930s and stuff. And so I will go see it.
Well,
I'd go see it. I think it'll be fun.
Here's my problem. I love the first 2 movies. I actually watched them Thursday night. I did a double feature on Thursday night because it's like my streaming night off. I don't do anything. The third movie is really god awful. Tomb of the Dragon Emperor.
Wait, that movie's
better
just bad.
Than the Tom Cruise remake.
Well, we don't count the Tom Cruise remake.
That movie didn't happen.
No, but I mean, first replacing Rachel Weisz with Maria Bello, that was a mistake, and it's bringing back Rachel Weisz, and if Brendan Fraser can get into Rick O'Connell's shape, this might have a chance. And if they retcon the third one, they need to pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah,
that's my stance.
I don't
At
think
this
they're going to
point,
retcon the third film.
they're not going to
Is the third one, is that with Tom Cruise?
No, that's
that's
the
the
remake. The
that's
third
the
one
one,
was
the Dragon
Chinese
Emperor.
one.
That was separate.
Yeah, the Dragon
Mm.
Emperor one.
Yeah, it
was
wasn't
with,
in Egypt like the
Jet,
others.
Jet Li. Jet Li was.
Yeah, it was
the
Jet
one.
Li. It was Jet Li.
That one was so
and Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh was in it too.
Michelle Yeoh's there, and I'm in love with her. I'm in love with Michelle Yeoh. I've been in love with her for decades. I don't care what anybody say. I'm down to clown with that old lady. I don't care. I got no shame. I got no shame. That's my
Me
side
either, Dre.
piece. I've got no shame.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of side pieces.
I do have some side pieces. I do got quite a few.
And one of them is Pokemon too. You keep an apartment for Pokemon.
This isn't about her. She owes me. She owes me her life. So therefore, she has to hang around.
Okay.
I have to keep her around.
Those didn't happen. Scorpion King movies did not happen.
I thought there was five.
No. Those are just fever dreams. Fever dreams.
There's a lot of direct-to-video ones that were terrible.
Mhm.
So, I hope this would work, just for the sake that I want to see Brendan Fraser get work again because he got screwed over. The man would not be gay for pay, so he deserves to get back in the saddle and make good.
Yeah,
movies.
if you deny the Hollywood machine, you deserve respect, and that's my stance.
Yeah,
because God knows what kind of stuff they told him to do. You can only imagine the unfiltered filth that they were probably going to drag this man through. Yeah. But he decided to say no and stick to whatever ethics or whatever it is that he has.
He's not gay.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
Who,
gay.
Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
You guys know what happened to Brendan Fraser, right?
Yeah,
his downfall from Hollywood.
They want him to be gay for pay.
Well, he went through a terrible divorce where his wife fucking took everything.
That too. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There was just a shitstorm for him, and I'm glad he's finally making a comeback. Ever since The Whale came out, he's been in a lot more movies. He was in Batgirl, which is never going to come out, and he started to lose weight again. The most recent movie that he has coming out, he looks in decent shape for his age, not anywhere near mummy shape or anything like that. But at this point, I don't trust any sequels or long-lost sequels or anything like that. I don't want to see these two ruined. I love the idea of these two coming back together for a Mummy 4 in a perfect world. In 2010, this movie would have been a fantastic to come out.
Yeah, sure.
But
if
it's too late.
If they do a new Mummy movie, it has to almost be satire and a comedy. Like kind of like Naked Gun-esque. Like the movie has to know that it's not taking itself seriously.
Exactly.
I can see that.
Bring the camp of the first two movies. Bring the nonsensical, weird, nonsensical story, and we're just there to have a fun serial style adventure with wacky, with wacky characters and all that type of stuff. Do you do that? I'm there. I'll be there.
I love Mummy Returns because Mummy Returns is like a video game. That's why I love Mummy Returns.
100% a video game.
It's like a video game.
100%. It's a video game, and it's nonsensical nonsense, and I love it.
Yeah,
it's nonsensical nonsense, but it's exactly what these type of movies are supposed to be. Turn your brain off, have a good time with your family, have some popcorn, and feel good. If they just maintain that and just bring back the camp, no, I don't want no hardcore story. I don't want to know nothing about this is the way the Africans were treated, and I don't want to hear none of that crap. I don't want to hear anything about in anything that deals with governmental structures or hierarchies and we can be commies, any of that crap. I don't want none of that. I just want dumb fun. You give me dumb fun, I'm there. Take my money. Take my money. I want dumb fun.
I agree. All right. You know what isn't dumb fun? Predator Badlands.
Oh,
Predator Badlands. I haven't gotten very far. My schedule this morning, I only got back about an hour before the show started, so I haven't had time to really do much of it, but I have seen some of it, and Dre has seen all of it. And I will give my review tomorrow on Daily Dive. But we got box office.
Wait, what do you mean you haven't seen all of it?
My spyglass needs to be
there's some smudges on it. Yeah,
I got to clean the spyglass a little bit.
Gotcha.
But we got box office.
Are you gonna see it, Beardo?
Badlands, when it comes to streaming.
Yeah. And I would agree. I would agree.
I wouldn't have seen it at all, but the chat is making me watch it. I was going to completely pass on it, but I'm being made to watch this. It's not done by choice. I'm not watching this by choice.
Well, as for me, after Prey, I think I'm done with this franchise. I
Jed, you're definitely done.
Jed, why don't you write one more article on it, huh? One more article.
We got a brand new Geeks and Gamers website you can write it on.
Yeah, let bring back that. Let's go. But we do have the box office, and Jed, we were talking about this a little before the stream. That looks very strange to me.
I've never seen this happen. It's rare enough just to see a number rounded up to a million, let alone 10 million category. But to see both numbers identical, international and domestic, is weird. I'm not necessarily throwing shade. Maybe there's some confusion on the numbers and they're just rounding up for both of them. It's odd. I've just never seen this in the years that we've been doing this. Perfectly identical numbers with so many zeros.
What if they're rounding down?
Ooh.
That would be terrible.
That would be something else.
Well, if we look at this right now, it with its box office haul, Dre, since you've seen this all the way through, and I've seen a little bit of it, I feel like there's going to be a massive drop off next week.
Yeah. From week to week, this is not going to have any form of sustainability. There's not going to be any repeat viewers. This film. And without getting into any spoilers and none of that stuff, but this film, it is Predator. No, it's Walt Disney presents Predator. That's what this film really is. There's a whole lot of buddy nonsense in this film.
Is it true that the android and the Predator are in a relationship?
No, that was just something that the folks online wanted to stir up because they like the idea of weird alien robo-sex. But no,
Bryce Randolph was the one pushing that narrative a lot and saying it was a good thing. That's where I first saw it.
It's always somebody talking crazy. But this is what I want to say. There were elements of this that I enjoyed. Now, I think the idea of making the Predator the protagonist, I think it's something new. Thought it was something fresh, and this is definitely something that the franchise needed to shake up a bit. And so I think the idea of that was actually very good, and I enjoyed the fact that somebody took a risk. The execution, however, was the problem. I think the idea was really, really good, and I really like the idea of it. And they did, and to be fair, they made a very compelling protagonist. They found a way to actually make us care about this character. So on them, I'll give them credit there. Now, here's the problem.
Yeah,
this is not a Predator film, not by any stretch of the imagination. They could have changed this to generic alien #1 adventure, and they will have been the exact same film.
Well,
this is not how this is. Like, you can tell that they're cherry picking from the extended universe from the Predator, from the comics and from the graphic novels. You can tell
without doing the research,
without doing their homework.
Without
doing the homework, they're cherry picking certain things and then putting it onto the screen, and that is where I have my problem. I think the world building was done very nicely. I think, and a lot of it was shot on locations in New Zealand, so the planet looked very real. So I give credit there for the production. Give them credit. But overall, this was a big swing and a miss. Especially, I would have been cool if this was like a silent film. Honestly,
dude. You're reading my mind.
For
what I've said, I thought let's not have. I mean. Slight spoilers. It's in the first 15 minutes, so it's not super spoilers. This entire movie is going to have subtitles because the Yautja are constantly speaking. So it's a lot of Yautja talk. Wouldn't it have been a more compelling movie, as you just said, if silence the entire movie? Just
exactly
the hunt.
And I think it would. I think like especially when the adventure, when the action parts that are actually happening. If we're actually like looking, especially since this Predator is not wearing a mask.
And he roars way too much.
Yeah, he's not wearing a mask. You can actually use facial expressions to help tell the story. And I think this is what I will say. I was enjoying myself until the robot showed up. When the robot showed
20 minutes in.
When
they believe you need to humanize the story.
I almost walked out the theater.
Is it confirmed that the android is from the Alien?
Yes.
She's a
Weyland-Yutani.
Weyland-Yutani.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fanning sister #2 is the robot. and she talks like she's in 2025, and she starts. I can't confirm it all the way through, but her behavior right away is, you don't want to do that. That's not a good idea.
She is the most annoying piece of trash. That and here and this is where the Disney crap comes in, and this is where I got upset. Every major action scene is undercut with a joke. That was it. Yeah, big time. And it's always the dumb robot doing weird commentary. Like I'm focused on the action sequence that's put in front of me. That for the most part, the animation is actually very good. There's a couple scenes, but for the most part, it's not bad because first of all, using real locations definitely helps that. Let the things that are anime actually pop. And so I'm focused on what's actually happening. I'm trying to see what's the creature name, whatever, Deck or whatever.
Dex.
Yeah, it's trying to overcome. And I'm like, okay, I'm interested. And this dumb no-legged broad is talking throughout the whole thing.
White girl,
like, shut up.
White
girl.
There
was somebody in the theater was like, hey, shut up. Hey. And he was pissed. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to focus and this broad is talking. And it was all that Disney crap. You can smell the Disney coming off of it. And it was so annoying.
Here's all I'm going to say about it because I cannot say much more. Drake can give a much more detailed description at this point. I will say this: and it's going to be slight spoilers, but it's first 20 minutes, so it's not too far in. You would see it right away. Trachtenberg, that's the director's name, right? Trachtenberg.
Yeah, I think Trachtenberg.
His opening moment tells me. This first one tells me he has a fundamental misunderstanding of Yautja society. Because the whole premise of this movie is that Dex, this young predator, this young Yautja, he is the weakest of his clan. And his father wants him dead.
He's the runt, right?
Yeah, he's the runt.
Yeah, he's the runt. Yeah, that's the term they use.
And there's two moments that happen that make this faulty. One, he's being denied a hunt to earn his place in the clan because he's weak. First of all, his father's idea that the weak must be cold. He arrives and gives a whole speech. The weak must be cold. That's what the hunt does, Jed. The hunt for a Yautja. If you don't survive your hunt, you were too weak.
Yeah, and that's all clear from the original movie. You don't need expanded lore comics or even any of the subsequent films to understand that that's a core aspect of it. And I think you're going to go on to a little bit more about what goes on with him getting his initial hunt. But the idea that the hunt is just for the honorable predators is bizarre to me.
It's how you get your honor.
Yeah, it's exactly. It is the rite of passage.
Yeah. And he's being denied it because his father thinks he's weak. And then this head of the clan, this elder, has tasked the older brother, who already is an established hunter, to kill his younger brother. Not only kill him, but he said, at one point he says, you should have just killed him in his sleep.
Which that is just a massive break from the first movie alone, because the original Predator movie, the Predator refused to attack anyone who was unarmed, never started a fight with anyone like that, and matched his technology according to the struggle of the fight. He's not going to come in there with his ship and just blow everyone out. He's got to make it a fair fight. That's the core of their society that was established all the way from the beginning. It's not complicated, but that's the core of their culture. If you can't get the core of their culture right as established in the first film, then you don't know anything about this franchise.
Yeah, and so so I start off this movie feeling very unsettled because they just get it wrong. Now I'm being super nerd because I like the first two movies and I read some comics and some novels over the years, so I have some extra lore. But it's even like Jed said, the first two movies, Predator 1 and Predator 2, establish there are rules. Yep. There are rules, and a Yautja will only escalate when his prey escalates.
That's correct.
So,
and right so now, they do it, and once again, I know why they did it narratively to make us feel like he's an underdog. I get why they're doing it. They're just doing it. Once again, I have to say, it's not a Predator film. They could have put any alien here, They're going to put Alien 17265.1, and it will not have changed anything. You just took the idea of, hey, we're going to use this warrior society and then throw out the lore when it comes to how they function with each other. Just so we can make our protagonist, once again, they did a good job, make our protagonist feel like somebody we want to cheer for. And based on the things that have happened with his brother and all that stuff, and everybody will see, like, you want him to succeed, you want him to sort of, do the hunt and all that other great stuff. But good God Almighty,
you don't feel like you're watching Predator.
It's not. Well, it's not a Predator movie. It's not. You can just put anybody. You can put me in there. It's called Dre now. Dre Badlands. That's what the joke could have been.
It's gotta be
nothing would have changed. Nothing would have changed. And that's my problem. That's my main problem. But the Disneyfication of this. I mean, and Adam, you're going to see all the other parts that's in here, and it's going to reek. And you're going to sit there like, oh my God. And I'm
going to have a meltdown tomorrow, probably.
You're going to have a full blown AIDS meltdown. Okay, it's gonna be. There's some stuff in this film that only the gods can remove from my brain. It's AIDS. Oh, this one's gonna stick with you. Oh, it's not going nowhere. No cure. No cure.
What if I throw the Goblin Baby at it?
The Goblin Baby will help. Goblin Baby might just give you HIV. It might just hold it off. Might just get HIV. It might hold it off. But it's I know I'm kicking this joint down the daggone stairwell. I know. But the thing is, I did not hate this movie. I did not hate it. It didn't make me feel like, oh my God, it's ruined. I mean, it's already been ruined. But like, I didn't have that type of feeling of like, oh, this destroys any hope for the franchise or anything like that. I didn't have.
So not as bad as hunting autistic children.
No. Oh God.
I didn't watch that.
Now, that movie made me
what
want
movie?
to cut my own arm off.
The Predator.
The Predator.
Oh, that was The Predator. That was
The Predator from like a decade, 2 decades ago.
Because Tism is peak human evolution.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It kind of
best
is.
of humanity.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
is.
it depends.
Was in there.
There's been a handful of times where I wish I had autism.
It depends on your type of autism.
Because apparently autism is the peak of human existence, and the predators want to be us, and you can understand predator technology because autism. That movie I hate. I hate that film. That film.
We're at least going in a positive direction from that film. But I'm just sick of modern Hollywood having this impression that the audience will only relate to characters who are underdogs or who are weak, as if we can't relate to someone who is strong. The original Predator film, Arnold and his crew, they were the best of the best, put in a situation that they were ill-equipped to handle, and it decimated them. We can still relate to characters who have talent, have skill, who aren't just the worst, and go from this arc, this over and over and over again. We get this arc. Someone's believed to be the weak one who proves to be the strongest one. That is the go-to arc for protagonists in modern Hollywood. And I'm sick of it. It's not a bad arc on its own. It's just so played out. And then with what you're talking about with the quippy droid, this doesn't sound unique.
Jed, it's what we said last time we were talking Varsity Blues. There's good safe and there's bad safe. That having your underdog protagonist, it's a safe arc, but if you can't execute it, it's not good. I mean, last night we agreed Varsity Blues, very safe movie. They executed the standard sports underdog or these characters pressured by stuff, and they overcome, and it's predictable. But it's a good, safe, predictable because we are invested in the characters. But with this, it's not working. So, do we think for any of this part of the conversation with a $105 million budget? Where do we think this lands at this point? Starting with 80 million, I think it's going to have a massive drop off next week. I think this thing struggles to get to 200.
It's going to have a hard time. The franchise has taken such a raking over the coals over the years. There's no, in my personal opinion, I don't think there's any new fans of the Predator franchise. Same as Alien. There's no new fans for Predator or Alien. With that in mind, I think this thing maybe can limp to 200 because it's not really having any competition until Way of Fire, Baby, Alien, Blue.
Well,
Bastard,
I mean,
Running Man.
Whenever that film
I mean, Wicked comes out in 3 weeks. but that's it's got
But,
its
but
thing. That's
I
its
don't
thing.
think yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah.
All the theater people that are in the theater are going to go see that movie. I don't think
Yeah.
the same people that's going to see Wicked are going to see Predator Badlands.
No,
I don't
no.
think
No.
there's any
It's
overlap
a different
whatsoever.
audience.
Yeah, so I think this joint doesn't have any like action adventure competition for the next month. So it might be able to limp to 200. I mean,
Alright.
I still think that might be a stretch, but it might limp to it.
All right, so you say that. There's a lot of fluff surrounding this. I only bring it up because it's one of the most retarded accounts I know, and I saw it.
I hate this account.
I despise this account, but this is the example of retardation. After watching 3 excellent Predator films from Dan Trachtenberg, Jed. No, right? No.
No. Just no. I haven't seen Killer of Killers, the animated one, because nobody has.
No.
But...
I forgot about that one. Would love to see his take on a Star Wars movie. Badlands is filled with homages and parallels to Star Wars stories like Empire Strikes Back and The Mandalorian. Carrying a droid on your back, that's what counts, I guess, for
that qualifies.
Star Wars. I
yeah,
guess so.
That's enough.
Yep.
I guess so.
There's plenty of cutesy nonsense in this too, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you'll see.
I'll see it.
There's
Okay.
cutesy
This
nonsense
belongs on
in this.
Disney
film.
Plus.
It's a Disney. I'm telling you, this is a Disney Predator. It is. It's not even hyperbole. Once you watch it, you're gonna feel the quote unquote Mandalorian energy that this thing has. Now, this person is clearly, mentally.
Oh, these are the retard of retards right here.
Yeah, but at the
retards.
same time, based on what I've seen from Predator Badlands, they're on par. They're on par.
Now,
because this is exactly what Disney Star Wars is. It's the same crap.
Was it rated R?
No, PG-13. This is PG-13 because it's alien. It's alien blood.
Jed,
it's
my
alien
ginger
blood.
Jesus. Oh,
I had a little bit of hope, but yeah, if it's
no,
they really Disneyfied it. If
they did,
no,
they did. Now
you can't have an Alien or Predator movie being rated PG-13. They're horror.
But they did it. Now this is the same essential reaction from other things. Jed, you have another one. You have that queued up?
Sure. If we want to talk about
just to show an example. Now, this is not throwing shade, but there is a sentiment going on around here of I feel like this movie is getting a certain level of protection. I mean, hell, I even saw a columnist on Breitbart who's a pseudo culture guy, Nolte, who he gives like the most basic of basic dates. He's like, "Oh, it's an okay movie." There's people are trying to pretend this is a movie that's some sort of groundbreaking. I mean, no offense to Robert Meyer Burnett. He has a lot of knowledge on a lot of stuff. But Jed, this looks better on your screen. Can you read this for me? Because it's a little too zoomed out.
So yeah, Robert is just responding to someone who's saying this is a modern woke film with a woman leading around a male character and just, going into the feminist argument against the film. And he says, this is a fucking idiotic take. Badlands is a classic, early to mid 20th century adventure story. It's Edgar Rice Burroughs, an out of his depth hero, plucky female sidekick, crazy animal, etc. Like, I don't know, maybe Raiders of the Lost Ark. So this film is being compared to Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't know what the crazy animal reference is. I don't remember a crazy animal in Raiders.
Oh, there's a crazy animal in this film.
In Raiders though.
Oh no, not in Raiders.
He's using this list of things is how it's like Raiders.
Yeah, so I don't understand any of this here. I don't. I mean, how is it? I don't know how it's a classic now. I'm going to guess R&B doesn't have a lot of Predator knowledge. The things he knows, I'm going to guess he has a lot of knowledge. But to compare it to Raiders of the Lost Ark, to compare it to Edgar Rice Burroughs, that means he's comparing it to Tarzan and John Carter. I don't see this. And there's a lot of stuff like this. So this movie, to go back to the I don't have it up anymore. To go back to the box office, I feel like there's a level of protection surrounding this movie for reasons I don't understand. I'm not talking Superman levels of protection. Thank you.
Well, it's Disney. It's going to get protected.
I guess that is the common denominator. It's Disney. And they are having a rough year. They've lost a lot of money and they're trying to, and I don't get it. I don't get it completely. It just feels odd. This whole thing feels weird. And maybe I'll have a clearer take on everything when I finish the movie and I'll give my review tomorrow. But this is another fail.
Yeah,
I mean, an insult to injury. The opening movie, they do the drum beat and it just says 20th Century Studios.
Yeah, they dropped the Fox when Disney got it.
Insult to injury, reminding us they murdered 20th Century Fox in its sleep. So there it is. This is I've had enough of this stuff. You can take it down. Where is it? I lost it.
I think at this point, though, regardless of your feelings on this movie, we can add it to a list of long failures for Disney this year. It's not going to make money. 200 million sounds like it's the ceiling for this film. A lot of times we see just over half of the opening weekend be the final box office number. That's kind of a norm we see, maybe 2.5. So yeah, something around 200 million. And that's not going to be enough to break even. No. At best, this film's break even point is probably 250, 300. And that's being generous because the marketing for this film has been quite large. And there's no way it's going to break even. Disney, it doesn't have profitable films this year. One, maybe two. And Zootopia, we'll have to see how that one goes. And then Avatar is, of course, its own thing. But Disney really needed a win right now. And Predator doesn't seem to be the win. Unless, Beardo, you haven't seen it. You doesn't sound like you had an opinion on whether or not you were going to like it in the end. Has this convinced you to go see it?
No. I thing is, I don't think I'm going to watch it when it goes to streaming either. I just don't give a fuck.
Waste of time. It's gonna be
I don't care.
Yeah,
I've watched the first Predator several times, and I think I've watched the second Predator once. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
You don't need
I just don't care.
You don't need to.
Yeah,
the first one's the GOAT.
I'm cool with pretending that the first one is the only one.
Predator 2 is good. Danny Glover does a good time. Concrete Jungle's good.
I'm a huge Predator fan. Like the whole, I got the graphic novels, got the lore, all this stuff. And the first movie, obviously, GOAT status. I love Predator 2. I hate all the other ones except for except for Predators. Predators with Adrian Brody. That movie is actually pretty darn solid. I enjoy that film. I enjoy that film a lot. Anything else that's associated, Alien vs. Predator, garbage. The Predator, whatever, all the other ones. And Killer of Killers, I think the idea, once again, Killer of Killers, I think the ideas are good, but the third act is absolutely ridiculous on its face and doesn't need to happen. But it's just, this franchise has taken such a sodomizing over the years that it just like they're trying to resuscitate a corpse. And once again, I want to give credit where credit is due. This movie is not terrible. The Predator is terrible. This movie is just there. There was attempts at a good idea.
That's the point.
Fell flat.
Yeah.
There was an attempt at a good idea. It fell flat, and then the Disney stuff that's in this just almost makes the second act unwatchable. I mean, darn near unwatchable.
I am so excited for this. Either way, what it feels like, it's another example of there's a good premise, but they failed to execute because of all the reasons we expect. Bad writing, bad directing, people who don't understand the concept of the franchise and the IP and the lore. Well, it's just one example of many. And one of our favorite examples of, let's just say, somebody who doesn't understand an IP and a lore, a studio who doesn't really get how to handle it, would have to be Warner Brothers and the DCU. Now, we don't really have any DCU news. We are basically now waiting for Lanterns. I can't wait for Lanterns.
Is this our first week since like 2 months before Superman that we haven't had any DC news? Because James Gunn is always shooting his mouth off.
He's hibernating. He's hibernating.
Yeah, I thought he was kidnapped or something. I thought they kidnapped that white boy. Yeah. I'm like I haven't heard anything
something
from
stupid in a month. You've got to start to worry.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing to promote yet. Lanterns isn't until February, so he's going to go dormant, and then he's going to pop up, and we're going to get Lanterns. I'm reviewing Lanterns. I'm going to. It's right there. But the protection that Warner Brothers is getting through Superman, and we're going to now talk the Warner Brothers bidding sweepstakes. But I want to start with this article from the Hollywood Reporter, which I came across the other day. Superman supercharges Warner Brothers earnings but linear TV struggles push company to loss. Now, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but the fact that they are trying to tell us that the hero of Warner Bros. Discovery's third quarter earnings was Superman, which helped drive its studio business to double-digit growth, but linear TV continues to drag the company's bottom line with TV advertising hit particularly hard. You know what they're talking about here? They're talking about the so-called streaming success.
There ain't none.
Superman. Because this movie didn't make any goddamn money.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, third quarter wasn't when it was in theaters. That's just when it was on HBO. So, yeah, that's not going to make a difference. You're not going to get new subscribers from a movie that was just in theaters a week ago.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to introduce shows that there is still this level of Superman protection going on, but it doesn't work because Warner Brothers, as I said last week, with DC Studios, it's the Goblin Baby that is the little limbless infant on the ground, and they're not even going to make it cybernetic. And I'm not going to do that again. But point is, they don't know what to do with it, and anybody that picks it up is going to have a problem dealing with it. And last week we talked about the fact that Netflix, out of the blue, says, "Oh, now we're interested." Well, we got this now this week. Comcast Universal is now exploring their own bid. How do we feel about this?
I'd rather Universal have the DC assets than Netflix. I can tell you that.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, it's the best of bad options.
Yeah,
because it should say independent. I want either a third party to come in and buy it if it has to be purchased, or nobody to purchase it, because we don't want more monopolies, as you always talk about, Adam. We've seen how 20th Century Fox is dead. It is eviscerated, and Disney kind of uses their IPs on occasion, but not enough to warrant their massive purchase. They're never going to make money from that purchase of 20th Century Fox. They are never going to recoup that.
$72 billion.
That's insane. Those numbers are insane. There's no way you can make that money back.
Doesn't make sense. We were talking about that with Star Wars. $4 billion.
Who would make that buy? $72 billion. It's crazy talk. You can't make any money.
Obviously, Warner Brothers isn't going to be that expensive, or at least I hope it's not. But still, Warner Brothers is going to die. DC is going to be put on a shelf for a long time, and all the other IPs. Harry Potter is going to be the only one that I think keeps going because the TV show is actively in production.
But
if
all
it
right,
gets
so,
purchased.
all right, so I think even though I'm with Jed, I don't want another monopoly. I don't think another monopoly solves our entertainment woes. I really don't. But I have to agree, out of all of them who are circling this
corpse,
this Goblin Baby, this would be the best one.
Yeah,
I guess
Universal still has a good track record. They're still trying to put out good movies. They have some success.
Yeah.
If you're going to put faith in any individual company right now, Universal is your best bet. It's not a perfect bet, but Paramount is very much 50-50. Disney those are terrible odds there. And Netflix are terrible odds with their originals.
Paramount can't make good TV and movies without Taylor Sheridan, and they lose him as of next year.
I mean, they just got acquired, so why are we dealing with two massive mergers at the same time in the same parent company? That's just rife for disaster, and Paramount and Warner Brothers won't survive in their current iterations if they're both merged by the same company. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be good for the theme parks because if they get control. Now, do we assume they buy the whole kit and caboodle if they do this? Because unless
at this point they'd need to, because they're far from liquidation. Warner Brothers is at the point where they need to sell off assets, so it's all or nothing right now.
So so that means, as you guys said, they would get Harry Potter. That
100%.
would be good for the Harry Potter theme stuff in the theme parks.
Yeah, there'd be some crossovers between the parks and the TV show, probably a lot more connection than there already is going to be. But we're not going to see DC at Universal for a decade just because of how long it takes to plan this stuff and build these parks and stuff like that. Yeah. So if it's going to happen at all, it's going to be so far in the future that no one's going to even be thinking about it by the time it rolls out.
So if I had to choose, I like just like Beardo, I would say that I'd rather have Universal take Warner Brothers instead of Netflix, because we already know or only thing we're going to get with Netflix is everybody's gay. That's all we're going to get. So that's
everyone's gay and black.
Everyone's getting black. 110%.
Well, all
Hey,
the Snyder Bros want that they've been putting their horse behind Netflix
they need
for
to just
years.
let that stuff go. And look, Snyder Bros, look, I understand that you think you smell blood in the water, but look, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. The Snyder movies are terrible. They're not good films. They're not
here we
good.
go. Dre,
And there's going to be a fight.
Hold on, you don't know, Dre.
What?
Beardo likes.
What don't
I happen to be a fan.
Beardo, look, that's fine. Look, you can be a fan.
Only 3 of them. I like Man of Steel. Man of Steel, in my opinion, is actually really good.
Okay.
Batman v Superman has enjoyable moments. I like it. I think it has really enjoyable moments. And Zack Snyder's the Snyder Cut, the Zack Snyder's Justice League, the 4-hour one.
Yes.
I think that's good as well.
And Beardo, this is my thing. I ain't got no problem with you enjoying it. I got no problem with you enjoying it. If it tickles your fancy, go absolutely bananas. But as a whole, as a unit, the Snyderverse was an absolute failure in every way, shape, and form. Yes. Do I think Man of Steel is a fine film? Sure, I'll give you that. I think it's a fine film. It's not typically my type of Superman film. I wouldn't want. I don't really like doom and gloom type of Superman. I like bright and Christopher Reeve type stuff. That's me. I like that. It's not. It just wasn't for me. And then the structure of how they had to try to catch up to Marvel. It was a recipe for failure before the joint really got started.
And that was Warner Brothers forcing Zack Snyder more than Zack Snyder.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I agree.
can't lay all the blame at his feet.
It's not all. Look, let me give you olive branch. All my Snyder bros. I'm not saying it's not all Snyder's fault. Studio interference is always a problem. 110 trillion%. But as a collective unit, the Snyderverse did not work. Suicide Squad is a terrible piece of crap film. I enjoy the Suicide Squad more than Suicide
I like
Squad.
that one more.
But Suicide Squad was a disaster. The Emancipation Proclamation of Harley Quinn's vagina or whatever the thing was.
Was that Birds of Prey or was that a different movie?
No, that was Birds of Prey.
Oh,
that was like
Birds of Prey.
the third title of that movie.
Yeah, it went through a lot of titles, and one was the Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, garbage. What the Wonder Woman 84? My wife walked out of the joint. She couldn't take it. She's reasonably watching the thing, and she walked out. Blue Beetle, trash. It's like the whole Snyderverse.
Yeah,
the whole Snyderverse as a whole was an absolute mitigated Flash. Dang, I forgot all about that. It's a mitigated failure. It is what it is. Yes, were there some good movies in there? Sure. First Wonder Woman movie, I think that movie's fantastic.
I enjoyed
it.
I love the soundtrack of that movie.
Absolutely fantastic. And the soundtrack was good. And look, Gal Gadot cannot act. All right. It's the reality. But she didn't have to. She's a beautiful Israel queen. And I was in on it. I was in.
It's one of your side pieces.
She's definitely a side piece. She's definitely on the list. She's on the list 110%. But the
Drake and Aver.
But on the small pieces of good that the Snyderverse had, it was so much overwhelming garbage. And it's not all Snyder's fault, but the verse in of itself was an absolute mitigated failure. And so like Snyder Bros out there, look, I know you all smell blood in the water and keep your faith alive, but it's not happening.
It doesn't help
just because James Gunn sucks doesn't mean the Snyderverse works.
And James Gunn, I hate. I hate that man. That man's garbage.
We've done that. But it doesn't help that Zack Snyder is busy posting shit all over social media right now. That he's trolling people.
As he should. I mean, why not? Keep it going. I mean, quite frankly, that's how he ended up getting the Snyder Cut made. Was from trolling.
That was a massive win. Snyder Cut was a massive win.
Absolutely,
it was
massive win.
And it was shooting that Jordan 4.3 was ridiculous.
I have a problem with the 4.3 ratio.
That was
all the same. That was a massive win for the success of trolling. And that's the reality. Now, but I don't think it has any more heat in that freaking kennel to actually get the thing going anymore. And I personally liked freaking Ben Affleck's Batman. I personally liked it. I liked it. And he's portraying my favorite Batman of all time.
Frank Miller.
Dark Knight Returns. It's my favorite. I've bought that graphic novel 3 different times in my life. Okay. And I have all the sequels. I'm a psychopath. when it comes to that version of freaking Batman. I have all the sequels, even Dark Knight Strikes Again, which is terrible, but I have it anyway. I like that version of Batman, and I think Ben Affleck did an excellent job. Would I would like to see a solo film of that Batman? Absolutely. I would love to have seen that.
Yeah.
110%. But now it's too little too late. Time has passed. Time is gone. We have to move forward. And moving forward with James Gunn is absolutely unacceptable in every way, shape, and form. So yes, let Universal, please, Lord Jesus, let it be Universal. Let Universal come and buy them and just get a cold, clean slate, get all the, and let DC disappear for a few years. Let's disappear.
It's gonna have to. Yeah.
Well,
and let people that know what they're doing finally craft something real and legitimate.
So let's mark let's mark who's circling the chum in the water here.
Sure.
Comcast Universal, Paramount Skydance, Netflix, and it's nothing official, but we know that probably both Amazon and Apple are sniffing around. Disney's not at all. Disney has no money. They are not. And they wouldn't be allowed. Somebody
Adam,
would actually
you got more Jew gold than they do,
and I don't have much. I don't have much. Disney's not allowed to because also that would some would actually have to enforce antitrust laws if Disney tried to do it. They would have.
Yeah. Absolutely, somebody have to do something. Yeah, for sure.
But
can you imagine Marvel and DC under the same roof beyond just theme parks? Because Universal has enough Marvel comics, but at the movies, that would we get a crossover film. We would have Justice League versus the Avengers if Disney bought Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah,
don't say it out loud.
And that would be trash.
We would.
Don't say it out loud.
Would absolutely.
My only problem that I feel if Comcast Universal wins is this, and this is just the old cinephile in me. That would mean you have Universal and Warner Brothers, two of the oldest studios in Western entertainment. Suddenly, they're the same.
Yeah,
and that just breaks my heart a little bit. It just breaks my heart.
They were the classic competitors because Disney was always its own thing back in the day. It's one of the oldest as well, but it was Universal, 20th Century Fox, and Warner Brothers being king of the hill, competing with each other for
and Metro Golden Mayer, MGM.
Yeah. And how many of them still exist?
Just Warner Brothers.
Just Warner Brothers as a single entity.
Yeah.
And they're all kind of sad and pathetic these days.
Well, that is the thing also. And this is not my own original thought. I've heard this one put around, so I'm not claiming as an original thought on this one. The fact that once you put all of these different former solo studios under different banners, it decreases the output of movies. You get less and less movies. So if we get the point, and this is it's a possibility, you get less Universal movies and less Warner Bros. Movies in 1 year. So this and here's the last part of this. Now we're going to know by December. We're going to know by December. They're going to make a decision. And here's my final question on this. All right, first let's make the prediction. I want to get everybody's prediction. Who do you think wins the Warner Brothers sweepstakes? Paramount, of the known players, Paramount, Netflix, or Comcast Universal?
I mean, I hope it's Universal, but is Paramount not like the front runner in this?
They are the
front
runner.
They were the original. They were the first ones. They've already put in offers that have been declined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they shouldn't get it.
I think Universal would be the best case scenario, and then I'm with Dre. I don't like the James Gunn, him being at the helm of DC. So if going to Universal means that they're going to go in their own direction and they're going to just wipe James Gunn's
do you think they would wipe it out
clean?
Do you think they'd wipe it out completely?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, but I also would not be surprised if if they just let him keep doing his thing. They just hire him as well to run DC afterwards. I don't know, but my wish would be that they move on from him because he's not the guy.
Oh no, he's not. No, we have established that over and over again. James Gunn is not the guy, and this is going to happen. Somebody's going to buy them because it's the last standing studio, the massive catalog. The Harry Potter show, HBO Max, because think about it like that. That would mean somebody absorbs HBO Max, a successful streaming service with still some viable stuff. Whatever my feelings are on Germ and Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, it's successful. Whatever my personal feelings are on that. And then you got the Harry Potter show. So I mean, I feel I think I need to know how liquid Universal is compared to Paramount Skydance. Comcast, Universal. Comcast has a lot of money, but they're in debt too. Comcast, they're all in debt. So I need to know who can make the best bid. I agree with Beardo. If I have to choose the best of all possible evils in this and make another monopoly, Universal seems like the best one because, like Jed said, they could still make competent movies. They have theme parks that could take advantage of the IPs, and I feel like they would jettison James Gunn. I think they would.
I think he's gone in any iteration of this sale. Those were the initial rumors with the Paramount purchase, is that his firing was a prerequisite for the deal. And I think that would still be on the table because all these studios, they want to come in and make these IPs their own and do their own thing. I mean, you saw that with Star Wars when Disney bought it. They got George Lucas out of there as soon as they could. And that's someone who was successful at the helm of the IP. So I think it's almost a guarantee that he's out, whoever purchases them. But from the streaming service perspective, the HBO would be merging with a major streaming service no matter where it goes. If it goes to Netflix, obviously HBO Max is dead in its sleep and everything on it's going to go to Netflix. But Peacock is one of the least successful, but also one of the most reliable services. I actually quite like Peacock. Your bang for your buck is pretty decent. So seeing a merger there, I think would be a positive thing. Paramount Plus, on the other hand, is a garbage platform, even from a technical standpoint. It's constantly crashing. Its UI is terrible. And a lot of those flaws, I think, would be put over on HBO Max. So, or however that works out, if they keep them separate or eventually merge them like Disney's doing with Hulu. So, Universal has all the best positives in its favor on all these different categories. But I'm hoping for a secret third-party contender that comes out of the blue last minute and swoops in. But until then, Universal's the best of the worst options.
Would you want that to be another well-known corpo or just an investment group then, that secret third party?
I think either would be fine as long as they're not currently in the entertainment game. Like I don't want Apple. I don't consider them a secret.
Apple doesn't. I don't think Apple's gonna do anything.
They're happy with what they've got with those terrible movies like Argyle that they're making, doing their own thing. They've got some decent TV shows I've heard, but yeah, they're happy doing their own thing. And Amazon, can you imagine if Amazon starts making Harry Potter TV shows?
Oh boy,
bring in JD Payne and Patrick McKay when they're done with Rings of Power.
Oh no! Don't speak that evil into existence.
No.
So yeah, a secret third party, whether or not it's another tech company like Sony or something and coming in and doing it. Well, Sony might actually not be a terrible option because they don't have their own streaming service right now.
Here's the thing about Sony. As a guy who looked at what Sony's acquisitions in anime, manga, stuff like that, right now when Sony acquires stuff lately, they seem to be very hands off. They seem to buy it and then let the people in charge keep running it. They make some changes, but then they go, we're going to let you do it. Hence why Kadokawa, Sony was the one that bought the larger stake to keep Tencent at bay from owning a large part of Kadokawa. We got Demon Slayer.
And that's been very well received.
Yeah, so it's that Sony would be a possibility, but I don't know if Sony's in the market for that. I don't know. I don't know if they're in the market for expanding. They've got so much going on. I don't know if they'd want to take on Warner Brothers and oh my god.
Either way, Spider-Man Justice League crossover then.
If I could turn my head any farther, I would. No, that's no evils. No evils. Anyway, I see a little man there.
Yeah, Fat Boy's here.
Hell yeah.
He's listening.
Well, he's gonna listen to the good stuff now. Good conversation. So Warner Brothers, good luck. We'll know. We'll report on it in a month when it happens. We'll get there. Go ahead.
Just one last thing. We didn't talk about this at the beginning, but for all those who seem to need to hear this, Warner Brothers would not be up for sale at this point if it were currently a successful company. If Superman really were a success, they would not be open to a purchase. This isn't a situation like 20th Century Fox where Disney wanted something from them rapidly and was willing to pay any exorbitant price for it. This is an open bidding war going on. That means there is blood in the water from a studio perspective, which means Warner Brothers is hurting. And we're not quite hostile takeover territory.
No.
But at this track record, if James Gunn's universe continues, we could be at that stage if this purchase doesn't go through.
You make a good point. It's not hostile takeover because what's his name? The Zaslav. He openly orchestrated this.
Mm-hmm.
He orchestrated all of this. He's on the record several months ago. Yeah, I'd like to start a bidding war.
Yeah.
Many rumors were that he was brought in to create this situation itself, to create a bidding war. About that. Those are some rumors. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. None of this would be possible though if Superman were a success. This is the most bold-faced evidence that it was a failure, but everyone's ignoring that. Who is sucking James Gunn's dick right now?
Mm-hmm.
They're not good with facts and logic.
No, but we do have other facts and logic that we want to deal with. Let's talk gaming. Let's talk some games. A lot of gaming news. Ironically, this week I wasn't expecting it. Some hit very close to stuff. Emerson stuff hitting stuff that I have no dog in the race, but it's still important to talk about. But it all kind of connects, and I've been struggling for a question, and I think I've stumbled upon the question I do want to ask when we covered these stories. Everybody's take about gaming in general right now. So the first thing that we got at the beginning of the week or midweek was the fact that arguably one of the most venerable RPG studio developers since 1986. I was there. I'm old. Final Fantasy 1, Square, then Squaresoft, now Square Enix. They made an announcement this week. Now, quick history lesson for those who may not be paying attention. Square Enix has been in the shit for about a couple of years because they had several Western developing studios that created things like Forspoken, and other stuff that were really not successful. Lost them lots of money to the point where last year they had to announce they lost essentially $200 million because their Western divisions were shit. And they were diversifying, and I'm meaning it in the actual way, not the DEI way. They were diversifying their IPs too much. They weren't putting their time in on Final Fantasy, on Dragon Quest, on Nier, and on several other ones that are tried go-to stuff. Well, a couple years ago, as myself and Dermy have been documenting over and over again and on streams and videos, Square said, we're sorry for not paying. Mothership, Square Japan said, we're sorry for not paying attention. We are going to change things. We are going to do better. We are going to now go into a major restructuring. Last year, they fired their old CEO. They got a new CEO in, and they laid out a game plan. I've gone over several mid-year reports they've shown. I could bring that one up today, but it's not really necessary. I can express it throughout showing it to you. But they've laid out all these plans. And if you've been following these plans, it showed they were very serious about getting back to basics. And this week, you saw some evidence of it. Up first, Square Enix announced more layoffs, part of U.S. and Europe restructuring nearly all areas. Translation, essentially several hundred people in the end, it seems like in both Square America and Square Europe have been fired. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a quick guess. I mean, I think we're a smart bunch here. What kind of people do you think were fired from these jobs? Who do you think you were fired from this? Hazard a guess the kind of people that were fired.
I have an idea.
Go, Beardo. Share, please. Go.
A lot of fake jobs. A lot of DEI fake, people that don't really do all that too much.
That's good thinking. I like where your head is, because here's an example. Somebody says who works there, thanks everyone who reached out. I was unaffected by today's layoffs at Square Enix, but a lot of my talented and passionate coworkers were. If you know any roles, these are the type of people that were fired: marketing, social, community, influencer management. That's one word. That's one thing, not just influencer management, etc. So right away, you nailed it, Beardo. The people who have no business working in these departments, in these companies, these are the people that were fired. Along with, I don't have this one up there, along with localizers. We know the joy the localizers bring. The localizer, the head of the localizer department for Final Fantasy 14, she was fired, and she's a nut job. Another guy had to resign, who was in charge of localizing stuff, marketing stuff, resigned, forced out, fired. but they gave him a chance to walk away gracefully. But here it is. So are we surprised that people who are social media managers, community moderators, influencers, what the hell is even influencer management? Can somebody tell me that one? What is that?
People you hire to play your games early to give you a good review that have a social media following. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I like that
people
definition.
like that.
I'm going to go with that definition. That's good. That's good. I like that. Yeah. So shills. We'll call them shills. Shill,
Yeah.
fake tourist.
Shill managers.
Journos, game journo people. That's
Yeah,
who that
but
is.
the shill journos that'll just say anything that you want for a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people who pay IGN for their 10 out of 10s.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So these are the people that got fired here in Square America and Square Europe, which are dog shit companies. Square America and Square Europe are dog shit. They're terrible. So Mothership fired them. And of course, on top of that, they got other announcements, and I'm not necessarily going to dig into those. That's a different discussion. But they're looking to changing quality assurance. They have a desire that by 2027, they want their quality assurance department to be 70% AI operated for QA and debugging. Now, Dre, having been in the business, you can dictate that QA has been dog shit for a decade. Yeah.
Yeah, this crunchy toy was going freaking town. What you just said, you actually hit the nail right on the head. The QA force, yes, Daddy's talking, yeah. The QA force in of itself is being absorbed completely by AI. ZeniMax Media did it. All of Xbox Studios done it. Amazon did it 2 weeks ago. They've already liquidated all those. Liquidated is a terrible way to put it. All those people that had their jobs, most of them that actually had legitimate jobs, were in the quality assurance department, and at least half of developer teams as well is being liquidated in order to have AI do it. Now, these people, the fake job people, which I knew quite a few of them personally. I didn't like them then. I don't like them now. The influencer management, you pretty much nailed it, Beardo. These are individuals that manage the pages of whoever dumb streamer that they've contracted in order to like make the game look good or whatever the case may be. They get the pre-alpha builds or whatever the case may be. They'll give them to these influencers, and these are the people that monitor them to make sure that the influencers are saying all the good positive things. You'll see like right when a game comes out, maybe if 2 or 3 days later you get you'll have a commercial like 4 stars, 5 stars, whatever it may be. You might think to yourself, how the heck do you get reviews this quick? The game just came out yesterday. It's because of those individuals that had the pre-alpha and in some cases the early beta builds that have already been contracted to say very nice things. So these people that have lost their jobs, most of these jobs are fake. Social community, influence manager. Now marketing, once again, marketing is getting the boot in Square Enix specifically because you failed.
They're terrible at their job. They're just bad. You're bad.
You're just bad at this.
Yeah.
Right, my boy? They're just bad.
Because sales have been down.
This.
Sales have been down. And that's part of the problem. And because there's some bad news in this. There are a lot of numbers. I'm not going to discuss that. But the Square Enix customer base skews over 40. That's literally old school people who were there in the beginning since the mid 80s when they began, when Final Fantasy wasn't their final game, but became the launch pad to build the company into what is today, where they've absorbed other companies like Enix, and they are now this juggernaut. But they haven't failed. They have failed to garner a new traction, younger fan base. And their whole plan now is to shift back everything to Japan. They're re-centralized Japan because I think this is smart, because for decades they produced games that were successful and people liked, but they made them for the Japanese first and then gave them to us, and we were perfectly happy to get them. And they're also in the document I mentioned they had out in May. There's other things also. Square Enix is, and I use this word in the proper way, not the DI way, they're very diversified in their company. They are also deep into anime and manga. They're deep. They have a lot of different things they do, and they're centralizing all their focus on that stuff again. And they're going to use that to promote the company, to to market what they make there to the rest of the world. That's what goes down to the nitty-gritty of it. And I think that's the smart move. I wish people would understand that they should be cheering Square Enix for trying to fix their company from going under, because a lot of people take dumps on them over the past couple of years, but they're actively trying to fix their company. And as we just showed, they're firing the people that have hurt their company. Because let's just go back to last year. You guys might have missed this one because it's not your niche, not your genre. When Dragon Quest 2D HD games were being released, there was a lot of complaints about censorship. Let's add it on to the Final Fantasy Remake censorship stories too. And the creator of Dragon Quest let it slip that it was Western executives that forced this on. That means Square Enix America. Who do you think probably just got fired? The people that forced the censorship, the localizers. So Mothership realizes, you know what, let's do this. And now they're going to be taking all that money and all that saved money as they're shuttering this stuff. I mean, you still need to have Western offices. It's got to be localization, got to be distribution, all that stuff. But now they're going to refocus it onto their creative teams. That means, as I see it, this is just speculation. I have no hard evidence, and you guys can add your 2 cents on this. I feel now you're going to get games faster. They're going to get games done faster with money back into creative teams. Guys like Yoshi P, who's in charge of who is the guru of Final Fantasy. You're going to get, I think we're getting a 14 expansion next summer again. I think you're going to get Final Fantasy 17 much faster. I think Remake Part 3, they're calling it Pseudo Return right now, come faster. And for you guys who are the PC players, you're going to get the PC ports faster because Square Enix made a very big deal of not being exclusive to Sony anymore last year. They now will be going to Nintendo for as long as Xbox is out there. They'll send it there. And PC ports. They get a PC port, but it usually takes a year. I think this shift will get those PC ports done faster, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, Bira, you're primarily a PC gamer, right?
Right.
Primarily. You would like it if a game that looks interesting is going to get to the PC and get all the proper bells and whistles to you faster there, probably instead of waiting a whole year. That would sound good to you, wouldn't it?
I think that's the direction where we're going, 100%. Since Xbox, it looks like Xbox in the next couple of console generations will be moving more towards their software and making sure that, Game Pass or Xbox games are on every computer. And Jed was right, and I've been giving Jed a lot of props because of on some streams. Because a few weeks ago, Xbox said that the future of Xbox is just going to pretty much be an Xbox branded PC. And that's what Jed was saying on Main Event a couple months ago when we were having this discussion. So
people thought I was crazy.
And if the future of Xbox is just going to be a computer with an Xbox logo stamped on it, where you get a free controller in the box bundled up, and then not necessarily, it might run on Windows, but probably just a very simple Microsoft Xbox operating system, simple to the casual gamer, but with the power of a PC, you're going to be paying some money for it.
Yeah.
And now you see some partnerships going on with Microsoft putting Gears of War and Halo on PlayStation. And now PlayStation has Helldivers on Xbox. We're going to see a lot of these exclusive games, hopefully, go over to PC, whether it's Steam or Epic Games, at launch. Because I would love it if the God of Wars and stuff, like the PlayStation exclusives, hit PC day one. Because usually you have to wait like a year or two for God of War or Spider-Man or whatever it is to go to Steam. Usually about a year or two.
It's a year. It's easily a year each time.
These days, it used to be worse.
Yeah, it used to be worse. But recently it's been about a year. What I'm not looking forward to is already the news that, one, we know that Grand Theft Auto is getting delayed to November, but also it's not even going to be available on PC day one. So all the PC gamers are going to be fucked and are going to, if you want to play this day one, be forced to play it on console. And then what happens? What happens in a year when the game is on PC and some of these people have played Grand Theft Auto for hundreds of hours on their console, but they prefer to play video games on PC. And then what? You just start all over You just lose everything. Is there a way to back up your Rockstar account and transfer the data from your PlayStation to your computer? It doesn't sound easy. It doesn't sound fun to do that if that's a possibility, but I doubt it will be. You'll just have to buy the game again. And that's the one thing. Transferring your data, that's one thing. If people enjoy and love Grand Theft Auto enough, they'd be willing to start over and play a brand new game and just, consider it a new game plus or whatever. But the fact that you're going to have to pay for it twice, and God knows how much Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be. Are they going to charge $80? I doubt it. I think we're going to be looking towards the $100 range at this point.
You think it's going to be the 100? You think it's going to happen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's going to be base. I think that there's going to be a deluxe edition where you're going to get a whole bunch of extra fucking shiny shit, and that's going to be probably about 120 or 130.
I wouldn't be size 50. Deluxe. I wouldn't be size 150.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if this junk breaks the $100 mark.
Yeah.
Especially with this delay. Yes, Fat Boy, the delay. Especially with this delay. I'm not entirely sure what this delay is about, but what I am sure about is that if this delay wasn't like within the GMC, the GMC release branches, there are delays that are we call them acceptable delays. As in, we've already planned for, hey, we're going to make sure everything is working. We already have this in play. This isn't costing us any extra money. This is part of our plan. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest game in the history of humankind.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and assume that this delay was not planned.
Okay. Now, but we knew it was going to happen. We all knew this was going to happen.
We all knew it was going to get delayed again.
Yeah, we knew
for
it.
Sure. We definitely knew it was going to happen, but I don't think this one per se was planned. I think they're cooking up something here. Now, Beardo actually made a very interesting point. It's actually something I was thinking about. Microsoft has this thing called Xbox Anywhere. Xbox Anywhere is certain games that you buy on your Xbox, you can play on your PC. And you can download, you keep your same data, the whole 9 yards.
It's all saved to the cloud, right?
Exactly. It all syncs to a cloud. And then like those games you can download on your PC and just play, and you ain't missed nothing. I am going to bet big money Grand Theft Auto 6 might be the first game that's outside of the Microsoft umbrella to actually implement this. I believe that this one's going to be the first one to be, I don't know what place they were called, Sony Anywhere, whatever. I'm just going to call it Sony Anywhere. This is going to be the first Sony Anywhere game so that people like Beardo can actually get this game. The idea to hold off on the PC market for a year for what's arguably going to be the biggest game the world has ever seen is asinine.
Well, I have a theory. Why?
Go for it.
Not only because they have to make sure they make it work on the PC, because they made it for console first. We all know that whenever something's made for console first, there's always fuck ups when you may make it for the PC version.
Batman Arkham Knight.
Oof.
I think they are trying to pad it out because they need to make sure GTA 6 Online is completely ready, because that's the true future. Because I'm going to say it before I say it again. I don't think there's a GTA 7. I think GTA 6 goes on forever with online mode, and they just keep adding different states to online mode.
Well, online's why GTA 5 is still the juggernaut that it is. Like, it's a super successful game, but the online would have kept it in the forefront of the zeitgeist and made people play over and over and over again.
Yeah,
so they're going to capitalize off
because
that.
This game has cost $2 billion to make. That's how much it's cost. We know it's cost $2 billion to make. And
absolutely.
They're going to operate at a loss for a little bit, but in about 5 years, they will have made that back and more.
100%.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. I think 5 years, 5 years, I think is more than fair. But I think within 3 to 3.5 years, they would have made their money and then some. I believe this
it all depends on the rollout of online.
Oh yeah,
yes, of course.
Now,
I'm talking about Jay, like in a perfect world. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking.
Now, when this drops, I think we said it last time the topic came up. They sell minimum 40 million in the first week.
I don't think that's even remotely controversial to say. I think 40 million will be extremely low.
It's going to be the biggest selling game of all time, and it's
I
gonna,
really,
and it's going to make all these Yote stands look pathetic with how they're claiming, "Oh, look how good it did." No, this is what a real opening looks like.
It would not surprise me within a 7-day period if this Jones sells 80 million units. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me. Everybody on PlayStation's getting it. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil.
Still, and I think it is. Let's see here. Yeah, it's still coming out on Xbox. It's still releasing on Xbox. Yeah,
of course, it's going to come out everywhere. But without question, everybody on PlayStation is getting it. People are going to be buying PlayStation to get it.
I'm not getting it. I'm not.
Except,
into it.
You know what I mean, Adam. Normal
outlier. Admitted.
Normal people.
The normal people, Adam, are going to go and get this game. Are going to go get this game.
I relate to that.
Dragon Lady's got to go.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Dragon Lady.
Bye.
Bye, Dragon Lady.
Like, okay, Adam, everybody that's not Adam that has a PS5 is going to go and get this game.
Adam, you're not getting it on PlayStation?
I haven't played a GTA game since Vice City.
Whoa.
I just tapped out. I wasn't into it anymore. I was like, I've had it. I'm not into it
So,
anymore.
Dre, I'm in a rock and a hard place.
Okay.
I want to hold out. I want to hold out and to play it on PC. I want to experience everything for the first time on my fucking computer.
Yeah.
But I know when push comes to shove, when we get to November next year, and the game's coming out, we're 2 days away. Everyone's talking about it.
You're a game streamer.
I'm gonna be like,
yeah, you have an obligation.
Fuck, I need to fucking get it on PlayStation and play it.
But this is my thing,
and then I'm gonna buy it again on PC.
Exactly, and this is my thing. I believe, outside of PlayStation Anywhere thing, there is a possibility that this joint gets released on PlayStation and PC. I think there's a possibility of it.
You think that's what this delay is?
That's what my belief is.
What if the delay is okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Dre.
No, go for it.
So they said, somebody within Rockstar said the delay isn't because the game isn't finished. They said the game is completely finished. They are testing out bugs so that on launch day they don't have a Cyberpunk 77 issue. Mm-hmm. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. I don't believe them. I think that the social climate has changed, and I think that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to have woke elements in it. We've already seen in some of the trailers and rumors about certain gay pride parades that were going to be in the game. Now, whether that's just like random pop-up events that are going around town and going around the city, or if that is a staged cutscene or mission that you take place in, because this is a Grand Theft Auto game. You know the people playing Grand Theft Auto. If there's just going to be a random pride parade that pops up in the city, you know what assholes like me are going to do? I'm going to find the biggest fucking truck that I have, a 4x4, and fucking run through that fucking pride parade and fucking kill everybody. In a video game, YouTube, in a video game. But that's what people are going to do.
And that's not debatable. And Beardo, I agree with you. To a certain extent, I definitely would say that there's probably some. No, it was confirmed. It confirmed there was some woke elements in this game, and I don't know. This is the thing. Rockstar 99% of the time know what the heck they're doing, and I usually put a lot of trust in what they do because they only make successful games, quite frankly.
Right.
So I believe that those elements might still be in the game. I don't believe that they would delay the game for that. Personally,
to take them out.
It could take them out. Now that could be something
that was my point. What I was saying is the social climate's changed, and they're like, oh fuck, we got to take out some of this gay shit.
You realize the amount of videos there would be of people doing what Beardo just described. The clips would be everywhere.
That would not look good for them.
That's going to be everywhere. Every video from now to the end of time would be some dude wearing a dildo strapped onto his forehead, getting beat to death with a machete. All right, that's going to be every clip.
Dude, it'd be No Russian from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. No Russian, just going up with the fucking minigun. There's a fucking pride parade. And
it's
also,
either gonna be that or everyone upset that you can't do that. Like with the shrines in Assassin's Creed Shadows, that would piss people off. So there's no winning.
That's a different level. Now, like I knew people back in the day that worked for Rockstar, a lot of good friends I had over the years. And one thing that it is demanded of them is to maintain the ability of old school idea of sandbox games, doing whatever I want. If they put something, which I know they won't do because they're smart, they're smart folks over there. Yes, fat boy, they're smart folks. They're smart folks over there. The idea that, oh, there's going to be this pride parade and nobody can get to it, the world will be burning without question. Because now you are intentionally limiting my gameplay for social, economic, can't threaten the gays reason. Yeah, that's right, baby boy. We know we don't do that for crap. and that's going to be a huge problem. So I strongly doubt. Now, once again, I'm not there. But I strongly doubt that this delay is based off of removing anything. That's my belief. I believe that they are pushing this back because they wish to make a multi-platform release, and this is the time that they'll need in order to make a port for PC. I don't think Xbox. I'm
Day one. Day one. So you think possible delay so that it can come out on PC day one?
PC.
I'm actually okay with the delay if that's
I'm okay
the
with
case.
that.
Yeah, and that's my belief based off of the preponderance of the evidence that I see, based on my experience in the industry. This is the things, because I remember back in the day when we were working on Jesus Christ, was that Fallout New Vegas? Whatever. God, too many. That was a long time ago. Fallout 4. Excuse me. We were working on Fallout 4, and there was going to be, because that's when Steam was first starting to be a thing, and there was going to be a staggered release. It was going to be a staggered release. It was going to come up for what was that? That would be Xbox One
and PlayStation 4.
And PlayStation 4. Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and those were going to be simultaneous release, and there was going to be a staggered release for Steam. Then we put out the beta test and everything, and the PC people were pissed. The PC people were pissed. And so we did have a delay within the release for Fallout 4, so it didn't have to have any stagger. Now, granted, Fallout 4 is a much smaller game than GTA 6.
But they're planning here.
But the principle will remain the same. If this is a delay, so they can have a simultaneous release, this will be the greatest delay in the history of gaming. It will be the greatest delay of all time. If PC players, PS4 players, and let's just play the game, Xbox players can all play at the exact same time, not only will the servers explode because of all the people.
Oh, this crashes Steam day one. You thought Silksong crashed Steam?
Yeah, Steam is going to explode. Xbox servers are going to crash. PlayStation's already crashing. We were just thinking about it. So the entire world is going to freaking shut down because literally half the human population is going to be buying and playing this game.
Yeah, see, if I was a smart man, I'd buy it and stream it, but I'm not a smart man. So I'm not even going to bother streaming or gaming anything else that week. It's like, I'm not going to game anything this week.
If it doesn't come out on PC day one, I'm going to be forced to get it on PlayStation and stream it.
You're a gaming stream, so you have to do it. You're required.
But when it comes to this game, I'm very much in the Beardo camp with Expedition 33. The fact that it is this popular, this insane, is making me not want to do it just because I'm a contrarian. I'm not usually a contrarian. There are just times where I just put my feet in the sand. It's like, I have to be. This is where I draw the line. Today I'm a contrarian, and with this game, I don't think I'll play it day one. I'll eventually get it probably, but
I'm not
a big enough fan.
I've been out of this franchise for so long. I'm not attracted to it at all.
I love Red Dead Redemption 2, but that's the only GTA game that's really spoken to.
Did you see the Red Dead 3 rumors?
That's where we're going next. That's where I'm going next. So quickly before we get though, are there leaks out there of the game? Or do we have that out there?
I think so.
I think there was some leaks, but a lot of people said, well, there's trailers, but there was some gameplay leaks, but some people were saying that they were fake.
Okay.
They were at least like pre-alpha, like they were early development leaks, not
okay. Then
there were pre-alpha leaks. But I don't know if that was something that was put in stone. But no, I don't know. Well, then again, I don't know if anything else has leaked since then, because they're definitely in GMC, even though they're releasing next year. They're definitely in GMC, like without question. It's disc ready. It's disc ready. So
okay, so Here's my question, y'all. I was trying to figure out between the stuff, the news of Square Enix and the GTA stuff, and a couple other things sprinkled in there that we don't really need to dig into because now the broader question is able to be asked. So when you see a company like Square Enix making moves to try and right the ship and make their company better and go back to what they do, and you see Rockstar, who, as Dre said, just makes good games, successful games. More so, even that, successful games that just make gobs of freaking money. Do you think that between what you see going on in the AA sphere, which is Expedition 33, and now and now Square Enix and Rockstar, they're both AAA companies, and so we can put them in that category. Do you feel as though we are heading back towards normalcy? Because if this was an earlier time, Rockstar would probably, I mean, yeah, granted, this game's been in production for over a decade. This is an unusual situation. But another thing, they would said, screw it, we're putting it out. We're not going to delay it because Shadows, Ubisoft, all the shit they do. Do you feel like we're getting back to where where the companies are actually starting to care about making the games good rather than getting them out fast just to feed the hunger?
I think this isn't a company thing. I think this is a shareholder thing.
Okay.
I think the shareholders are more or less putting laser weapons to people's faces at this point and saying, Daddy hasn't been able to buy his Maserati in a long time. And my side pieces and my skanky hoes that do unspeakable things to my under region do not want to come over to my mansion anymore. Then that's a problem. So y'all better get Daddy his money or there's going to be some consequences. That's the only thing I can assume that's actually forcing these people's hands. Because eventually when the money starts drying up, then the people with the real FU money start showing up and start making some demands. Okay. So based on what I understand, because I've seen it happen in real time. I've seen it happen in real time. I've seen people that are under that own stock that happened to be a part of like the Trump administration before he was president and all that other stuff like that. That own stock in one of the companies I work for, and they showed up. It was kind of cool, but they kind of showed up and were like, "Hey, listen, I'm trying to get this bag of cocaine and party with these strippers, but I don't have the money to do that. So, what do we do?" So I'm going to limb and say that this is definitely a money move that's being forced by the powers that be, and not really the studios themselves. Because as we've seen over the last decade, they got no problem having their studios crash and die. They have no problem with it. But the people that own those companies, they want their money. And so I think this is a big time money move.
It's not even a meme. Dre would make such a good pimp. It's not
He's got the glasses. He's got the pimp
glasses. I do have the glasses.
We've seen them.
That's true.
We've seen them.
That's true. I was raised with those people. Help me. My upbringing. It's a disaster. Help.
He's finally escaped the hood, Beardo.
Yeah, that's right. I'm out the hood.
Hey, congratulations.
So I can raise this one the right way. Dear Lord, help me.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you, Beardo.
I'm glad you made the escape.
But so if this isn't a move towards the right direction, is gaming going to continue to be stagnant then? Because GTA 6 is a pinnacle of stuff. And for not for my sake, but for your guys' sake, because I know you guys are fans, I wanted to sell so that they can have it set and move on to something like Red Dead 3. Because Beardo mentioned there were some rumors this week which signs are pointing Red Dead 3. I know you guys are huge fans of that game. And I want you guys to get that game because you have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think they get past this so that they can get back to not just being GTA 6, but being other things, Rockstar specifically?
Well, yeah. So to answer your questions, and I want to see how Dre feels about it too, but I think the video game industry, as far as like the online live service games, and then you have your single player linear experiences, I think why can't they complement each other? Instead of we're going to put out this single player story mode game and we're going to pump it out as fast as we fucking can, which nowadays usually takes about 4 years, 5 years to put out a solid good game.
Yeah.
But then you have these live service games like Fortnite who have been king #1 since 2017. And you have Battlefield came out, and the last Battlefield game was several years ago. That stunk. But now you have your online modes and you have your battle royale for that and everything. So as gamers, I know we're always complaining and saying there's no good games to play. There's plenty of back catalog games to play.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of online live service games to play. The studio should realize that the gamers can fucking wait specifically for your single player story mode games. We can fucking wait. We just want it to be good.
Yeah.
And what Rockstar does is what Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead 2 took 7 years.
Something like that, yeah.
7 years for Red Dead 2, and that is one of the most beautiful, well-made games that we've gotten of all time. So I'm willing to wait. Grand Theft Auto 6 has taken 12 years. 12 years, 2013. So it's actually going to be 13 years by the time it releases. 13 years. I'm willing to, if it's going to be fucking good and perfect, I'm willing to wait. Okay. Because I'm occupied with other games coming out, and I can occupy myself with online live service games as well. So these single player story mode games from these developers don't need to compete and push things out as fast as they can, because we got other stuff to play, man. Let's build the anticipation and let's build up the hype, and we can watch all the fucking hype videos that we want on YouTube. What's next? What's GTA doing? Whatever, like we used to do for Star Wars when we used to be excited for Star Wars. But you know what I'm saying?
I do. You're exactly right. We can wait, but I think in some cases, and I just remembered I wanted to add this in here, the trust has been lost, because we got this news earlier in the week that Marvel is reaffirming their alliance with Insomniac, and Insomniac has lost my trust. Now, Peter, I know you're going to play Wolverine Day One. You said you're going to play Wolverine Day One, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait to see how you feel about it before I go near it, because Insomniac broke my trust with Spider-Man 2. 10 out of 10 gameplay, dog shit story. And if the story is bad, as primarily a single player gamer where I play RPGs, I play strategy games, that kind of stuff, I need a story to get me into it. The gameplay is great, but I want the story to keep me invested. As Jed always says, you got to get something to get us invested in it. I feel like when I hear stuff like this, that they're okay with still doing stuff with Sweet Baby Ink. Even though I know Sweet Baby Ink, they've been put away, but their tendrils spread out. They're underground now. I feel that if the gaming industry is going to bring our trust back, one, they need to shorten these these production times. Try to, if you put the time in, shave a year off all of these things. Just because it goes longer doesn't mean it's going to be good. Look at Dragon Age Veilguard. God help us. Look at Dragon Age Veilguard. Over a decade, went through 4 different teams, and they crapped out Queerdo, the dating simulator. It was what's that basically, a bunch of true Queerdos doing that shit. So I want to believe again. And that's why I bring it back to Square Enix. Square Enix, I feel like they still want to earn my trust. They're telling me we're going to reinvest in Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. I don't play Nier, but good for that because it's a popular franchise and they do good work with it. They're investing in their anime and manga side of stuff. They're showing me we're trying to keep it the way you always expect it. We're going to give you more 2D HD remakes of classic games. We're going to put the time in. We're gonna come back with a new expansion to Final Fantasy 14. We're gonna come back, make a better one than the last one. Dawn Trail kind of flatlined, not the greatest, not the worst, but not the greatest. But we're gonna come back, do it again. We hear you, and I just can't trust. I mean, am I the only one that feels like the trust has been broken in so many ways? I'm not just talking Insomniac, Sweet Baby Inc., that kind of stuff, but the trust has been broken in so many ways that I feel if we're going to return to an age of normalcy, trust needs to be restored. And I'm waiting to have that trust earned again.
Well, how many studios have broken our trust? Rocksteady. Rocksteady was in our good graces with all the Arkham games, broke our trust with Suicide Squad. Insomniac ruined a lot of people's trust with Spider-Man 2.
Capcom, Konami, Bandai Namco, they've all broken our trust.
Like the trust is
I'm
absolutely
still on the
broken, and
Capcom
that's
train
a
with
thing
Resident
that they
Evil.
messed up.
Well,
Capcom,
okay. That's
Capcom hasn't ruined me yet.
Resident Evil, they seem to be right, but their other properties, they're taking
Mm-hmm.
dumps on them. And because they bought into a lot of the shit over in Japan. That's the problem. Capcom mothership bought into a lot of shit. So
You have CD
Resident
Projekt Red fucked over a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
Bethesda.
I was going to say that.
Nobody
next,
trusts Bethesda and Todd Howard. I know he's on the outs, but who knows? Who knows that the next Dragon Head might not be worse.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Nobody
Disaster.
trusts Ubisoft anymore. So how many other gaming studios are there that our trust hasn't been broken? I mean, you have Rocksteady, but people.
Rockstar, that's all that's left.
Yeah, you have Rockstar, but people are worried about Grand Theft Auto 6 being gay.
And that, I mean, but that's the thing. Like Rockstar is the last beacon of hope. And Beard, I'm gonna get to your question that you asked before. I actually want to jump into that a little bit. But like Rockstar is the last beacon of hope. And this is what I've said to Adam several times. Everything has to die in order for the Phoenix to rise to the ashes.
We're not allowed to have hope in Dre's world, Beardo.
It's not a lot of hope left. But this is the thing. Like I'll give Rockstar a pass because yes, have there been elements of whatever modernism, whatever the case may be, but they keep their core of who they are. That's right. You can yawn, fat boy. Like it's so like they have made it their business to still produce games that people actually want to buy throughout this whole arc of madness over the last decade. So for Rockstar, and that's why that's why everybody is going to get Grand Theft Auto. Everyone that has the cash, they're either gonna get it by hook or by crook. They're gonna get their mittens on it because Rockstar never betrayed us, and that's the reality. That's the reality.
Trust is big.
It's huge. It's huge. Everyone else has moonwalked and went back and like, oh, you should cut your penis off because being a penis is cool and all that. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's madness. Like everybody has drunk the freaking Kool-Aid, Jim Jones style. All right, and then and everyone's gone freaking crazy except for the people that's making money. The only people that's still making money are the ones that have not reneged on it, and that's the big key. And so yes, Adam, I agree.
Renege?
The trust.
Am I allowed to say that word?
Yeah, you can say renege.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
We have diversity shield on this show too. We're fine.
Yes. Okay. No, Adam, renege ain't got nothing to do with niggas. All right, renege.
I think this is the third week in a row he has slipped that in here.
Renege is like taking back what you've done before, kind of like.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay.
Like was it Indian giver? But I don't guess we can't say that anymore. So it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's to take back on your word.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So everyone else has done it except for Rockstar, essentially. Now, something Beardo had mentioned earlier about the single players and the
online live service.
Online. The reason why these worlds can't coexist is because those two types of studios that run those games hate each other. That's the reality. The reality is that everybody hates Fortnite. Every studio that's not big, huge games hates them. Everybody hates them because they were successful overnight on a game that technically never released.
It was in beta from like 2017 to 2020. It was in beta for like 3 years.
Exactly. And a game that never released, they made every inch of freaking gold and diamonds and pearls. They made all the freaking money on a game.
All the money on the side content.
Exactly.
On
and
the
so
skins
the
and
people
stuff.
that run those studios that run single player games, that if your single player game isn't amazing, you're not going to sell. Like let's just take Assassin's Creed. I mean, granted, that's low hanging fruit, but let's just go ahead and reach for it. Like Assassin's Creed, Shadows, everybody and their grandmama knew this game was an absolute piece of trash. Everybody knew, and there was a fan base that was locked in on if this game was actually going to be legitimate as far as looking at Japan and having a Japanese protagonist, male, female, whatever the case may be. That junk would have sold gangbusters because everybody and their grandmama was asking for a Japanese
for a decade.
For decades.
Ghost of Tsushima stole all that momentum, though.
Exactly, but it goes all the way back to the same point. They're still chasing the dragon essentially because they know they have to put forth an effort in order for them to make money on a single player game because you have to be immersive. It has to be interesting. You have to have a protagonist that's actually any good. You have to have side content that's going to be really excellent. Fortnite ain't got to do that.
No.
Fortnite ain't got to do nothing. Like, hey, get everybody in here and build weird stuff, and then
I got a question.
Contract Disney.
I got a question because Peter's playing current season Fortnite. Someone not me on the outside who doesn't play Fortnite, has no interest in playing Fortnite, has never had an interest. If you had asked me flat out, can The Simpsons be a successful season on Fortnite? I would have said, God, no, The Simpsons is horrible. But it's successful right now, isn't
100%.
it?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah. And I don't like The Simpsons. I've never watched a single episode of The Simpsons. I was always a Family Guy guy.
Mm-hmm.
Family Guy guy.
I was a Family Guy guy. But it's fun. The new Simpsons Fortnite update, it's fun, man.
Fortnite, and again, I don't play it. I don't want to play it. I'll make fun of it, but in the end, I have no opinion on it because I've never played a second of it, so I can't have an opinion on it. But they know the recipe for appeasing their customers. Find an IP, make a deal, and make it the world. Because we've seen. I've watched some people play Fortnite. You make the map, you make certain segments, the IP parts of the world.
They did it with Star Wars.
Yeah.
They did it with
Marvel.
Superman and Marvel. Yeah.
But literally, this entire map, it's the entire Simpsons world. They
Correct.
Not just a section, made it the whole damn town of Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what they're doing. And everybody goes back and plays. They buy the skins. They do it. I know when the Power Ranger stuff, you bought all the Power Ranger stuff.
I did.
You unlocked all the shit that you played it to unlock it.
Everything.
Now it's all yours.
Yep.
And they did a good job. And it was respect. And here's the thing too. God help us, Fortnite is respectful of the IPs that they have partnership with. Who else?
They do it better.
Yeah. Who does that? Who else does
Fortnite does IPs better than the owner does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's insane, man.
It is insane. And so you look at that, and now Jed. Well, Jed's quiet because I'm going to throw him a question right now. He's going to I'm tagging him in. Jed, we mentioned it. Ubisoft. What was good in Ubisoft has become those who make Expedition 33, which is the AA. The AA seems to be earning our trust over and over again right now.
Because these are the real fans. These are the real gamers from back in the day and the real devs. Because, the great Ubisoft people from back in the day, they went off and made their own studios. And Helldivers, it's a similar situation where that IP wasn't working with the bigger AAA studios. They didn't want it. And the smaller companies were made to fuel that passion. And passion doesn't look good to the money men, at least initially, until something's successful. It's unproven. Passion isn't dollars. So, pretty much everything AAA will at least garner a, not necessarily trust right off the bat, but you're willing to give it a chance. And that's not something we can say of really any AAA studio right now, that we're willing to give it a chance until it proves it's worthy of that. AA, I immediately am more interested in the game when I hear that it's AA, and I don't think I'm alone in that sentiment. I mean, the lying alone from these AAA studios is making them entirely untrustworthy, because recently we got the numbers for Assassin's Creed Shadows. The real sales numbers came out. Nobody's talking about them because nobody cares, but it is the worst selling Assassin's Creed game of the last 5. The entire RPG era, it is the worst selling one. It sold worse than Mirage, which was a glorified DLC. But when Shadows was coming out, it was getting glazed. The studio was bragging about it. The 3 million players in 3 days crap. And then it turns out that it's actually an abysmal failure. They propped it up like the greatest thing ever, and it was the worst thing in the last decade. So we can't trust these studios, anything out of their mouths. We can't trust that they're going to make quality. We can't trust anything from them. But with a AA, you see the passion. You see the Expedition 33 creators out there just smiling and saying, hey, yeah, I love Final Fantasy. I love this. And just nerding out. When you see a developer nerding out with people, you know that there's at least care and passion into the project. And gamers can feel that. Same thing with movie audiences and everything like that. You feel the passion, and you're willing to forgive a lot of mistakes made. If you see passion in there, you can get over a lot of flaws. But if it feels malicious, if it feels like you're being taken advantage of, if it feels like these studios are only in it for the money, don't care about the IPs, don't care about games, don't care about the gamers, you can feel it wafting off these products in waves, because that's all they are from the AAAs. They're products. They're not pieces of art like AA.
And you said a key thing there that sparked a memory. I got two things. One, you mentioned Final Fantasy, Expedition 33. These past few months, Square Enix has welcomed in the creators of Expedition 33 saying, we like what you're doing. Come talk to us. Help us get back on track. That's a sign of trust. He's like, oh, we're listening to the people who just did something great. We want to hear what you have to say. Come talk to us. And they had a great experience. Both sides were like, yeah, we had a lot of fun. We shared a lot of ideas. And that
they're not being vindictive like Nintendo versus Power World.
And that's backfiring on them huge right now.
It's making gamers dislike Nintendo. Of course, there's that massive Nintendo audience that will love every single thing that comes out of that company. But a lot of the more hesitant people, they're responding negatively to how Nintendo's responding to Power World. But if a company just embraces their competition or the people who were inspired by them and say, hey, that's really cool, let's have a conversation like Square Enix, that makes me want to trust Square Enix. That is a sign of effort, and that's all we're asking for right here is a sign of effort.
Yeah, and you bring this up. You mentioned Assassin's Creed Shadow. You mentioned how bad it is. Right away, Guillermo, the pseudo guy in charge, even though Tencent's really in charge now, they made this whole big thing last week of, well, we know it was bad, but we just tried to make a game for the people that like what we're doing. It's a lot of corpo speak about this stuff, and they were just backpedaling so bad, which again says, I don't trust you, Ubisoft. You're going to try and tell us that the legions of fans that liked Assassin's Creed for decades, you don't want to speak to them anymore. You only want to speak to the people who liked Shadows. That's who you're going to trust. Gone. And we know now that Ubisoft, they don't what are they, have we heard anything about the future of the rest of those AC projects they had going, aside from the Black Flag remake, which everybody's going, I don't know about that.
There's still not a whole lot of news on that one with the remake, and I think it's going to be terrible because the rumors are they're eliminating all the current day story from Black Flag. There's not going to be anything in the present, none of the Abstergo stuff or anything like that. There is a mobile game coming out next year, but besides
Jade
that,
is still happening.
They're not talking about any of the other projects. If Shadows was actually that successful, they would have announced the next game with fanfare by now. It's been out for what, 6 months now? You would have had a major announcement. Even if it was more performative than anything else, you would have had something like, hey, the future is set. It's a hopeful future. Come see what we have for you next. But we're not getting any of that. They're even being quiet about what they do have coming next, like the mobile game, like Jade. So they're in hiding, basically. This is the first time they've said anything in months.
August, September, 8 months.
8 months. Yeah. If it hasn't happened now, they're not confident in the future because the worst selling game in a decade, basically, in the last 5 games at least, that's not a good sign. That means that they need to change directions. If Mirage outsold a mainline game, you're in a terrible situation. Mirage was a garbage game. I think Mirage is worse than Shadows.
I watched you play that. It was terrible.
It was soul crushing. It was just boring, flat, and empty. At least Shadows I could laugh at. I could see the horrible things they were doing and find entertainment from it. Mirage was just soul crushing.
So now just to wrap this round, since it came up, how much do people trust Nintendo?
Too much.
Too much?
Way too much.
Too much.
Nintendo's a different animal. It's like, I don't trust Nintendo. Okay. I love Pokemon. Don't get it twisted. Did they get my money for ZA? They sure did. They raped me. They took my innocence.
DLC in 2 months. DLC, they're releasing it in December.
And I can't wait.
I just beat it this week, actually, a couple days ago. I finally beat ZA, and there's no way I'm getting the DLC.
Dermy felt when we talked about this on Friday, he felt so upset. He's like, I'm still going to get it.
And that's my point. My point is, I'm not getting the DLC.
Okay.
I'm not.
Oh,
ZA was fine for Beardo. We know you worship at the altar hardcore. That is not up for debate. That's what it is. My thing is, Nintendo doesn't even need freaking trust. Their fan base is so entrenched, it's in their bloodstream. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. They're going to make oogles of money.
If people are
that's the
saying
point.
that Donkey Kong Bonanza is the contender for Game of the Year, you really know that they are sucking at the teat of Nintendo too hard.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so
That's what
there's
I'm
the
saying.
all
They
right.
don't need it.
So there's the question. I mean, you bring it up perfectly. The Nintendo diehards, the people who are there for that, they're there for the first party games, and maybe Pokemon.
Mhm.
So I mean, Beardo, I'm with you. They trust them too much.
Well, and that's exactly it. Like, look at FromSoft. They're putting out Duskbloods, a Soulsborne game that is Nintendo Switch exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how that game is going to run on a Switch. I wish it was a delayed release to PC because I'd fucking wait, and I would love to play that game on computer.
But it's Nintendo. That's not going to happen.
It doesn't look like it's going to be on computer at all.
Yeah.
And I'm worried. I'm worried about the performance of that game. But yeah, but my point is, look at FromSoft. They trust Nintendo, and they're putting an exclusive Soulsborne game on their Switch.
And that's a big deal. That Nintendo hasn't really tapped into the Souls-like market. And this is an olive branch. Hey, come play it. And that might be a selling point for some people thinking about a Switch too. Oh, I like Souls games. Here's a Souls game I can only get on there. It's the exclusivity argument. It might play a role in this. And oh man, and I'm with you. I mean, the Switch 2 essentially it's a PS4. That thing might light on fire. It might combust with a Souls game with the amount of pressure it puts on
it's gonna look like Dark Souls 3, quality wise.
Yeah, or Bloodborne. Yeah, similar to those.
So there it is. So, I mean, Jed, you still haven't been sold to getting a Switch 2, so your trust isn't there. But lots of people, and it comes back to this discussion. We've had this multiple times since June. Switch 2 dropped in June, right? I got them mixed up last time. It dropped in June or July.
Yeah.
It was June,
I believe.
It was June. Okay. It was June. Okay, it was June. Since June, I have made the case that one, Nintendo rushed the relaunch to regain the narrative. I think they wanted to wait for the holidays around now, where they would have had the library would have been a little bit more robust, where they would have launched with Z to A, they would have launched with Metroid, they would have launched with a couple of those with the Mario Galaxy remaster, all that stuff. But they went quick, and they've had this piecemeal library with some of the exclusives for the past 7 months now, and I still don't see their plan in terms of the robust library. I don't see it. And I think for me, as someone who needs to be enticed to get into Nintendo again, it took me years before I got my Switch. I need to see titles, and I see maybe one game I would get. It's the RPG game. What was it called? Damn it. Fire Emblem. Thank you. Fire Emblem. I'm enticed on that, but I still haven't played the previous ones. So I still need to get those for my regular Switch before I would even think about getting a Switch 2 for that one. So I'm way behind on that particular backlog. But there's nothing else for me. I'm not first-party Nintendo guy. I haven't been since my Super Nintendo. And everything else they have on there, I can get on PC and the PS5. I mean, funny thing, I've been playing Final Fantasy Tactics Elise Chronicles multiple times in a stream. Somebody says, "Is this on the Wii? I mean, it's on the Switch." I'm like, "No, it's on the PS5." So I can get it and play it on my console already, and it plays great. It's fantastic. So games that I can get on other things, I'm going to get there. I'm not going to Nintendo for a third-party thing because that's not Nintendo's thing. And if I'm not into for the first party, you don't have my trust because I don't think your library is going to be robust. But a lot of people trust that library, and that's fine. I just don't see the allure, especially when no new Zelda on the horizon and no new Mario title. New, like we're talking new world, new adventure, not a remaster, not a remake, not a sports game. And I've watched you guys play the sports games. That's chill stuff. We're talking Mario, new transformations. Somebody needs to be saved. He's running around. Something, a real new adventure. Do we hear any rumors about a new Mario adventure? Anything?
Not right now. No.
It should have delayed Wonder. That's what I've been saying for a while. A launch Switch 2 in the lead up to the Christmas season with Wonder delayed, Mario Kart, Metro would have been ready, Donkey Kong would have been ready Pokemon would have been ready, you would have had a massive launch. Yes, Switch 2 is one of the highest selling consoles of all time.
No doubt.
But it could always be better when you seduce me. As Dre's always saying, Nintendo doesn't know how to seduce its audience anymore. It knows how to just give its diehards whatever they feel like, and their diehards will lap it up. But for people like us from the outside, we need to be seduced. And Nintendo just doesn't even try. And it wouldn't be that much effort. And yeah, until they try to seduce me, until there's a Zelda game, that's going to be really when they can do it. I'm not going to get a Switch 2 because I don't care. It's not an anti-Nintendo thing. It's not what, me trying
It's like me. It's I don't care.
Yeah, I just don't care. I'm not trying to say, oh yeah, fuck Nintendo, I'm never going to get a Switch. No, I have no reason to at this point.
Exactly.
Pokemon might have convinced me, ZA, but I'm not a big enough Pokemon fan for that to move the needle. But if Pokemon in conjunction with a lot of other exclusive IPs had been Switch 2 exclusives, that would have been enough as a aspect of it. But yeah, right now there's just not a whole lot to seduce me. And I think that's true of a lot of people.
So does Nintendo say Sega's name is Toby? His
Mm.
name is Toby.
Mm.
Thank you, Sam, for that lead-in joke there. I had to make it. Dre, you want to say something?
Yeah, I agree with Jed, and we talked about it before. You gotta get my panties off. Like you gotta work for this. All right. I'm not just gonna roll them down for you. And the issue that I'm having with Nintendo in general is that they just yeah, you like that. And the one thing that I hate the fact that they don't have to try. That bothers the crap out of me that they don't have to try. And I can blame Beardo for it, but ultimately it's because that they know that there is no competition at all. There's no one competing with Nintendo because they're in a category of their own. We talked about this before, but this is the thing. I had no desire to get the Switch 2, and I think the Switch 2 is an absolute waste in every way, shape, or form. Now, if you come out and say, "Oh, new Pokemon Gen 10 is Switch 2 exclusive," my panties are down because now
and it will be.
now-
It
and I-
will
it
be
will
in March. You're probably going to get that announcement in March.
And if that announcement comes down, now you have a reason to justify the purchase of the Switch 2. Now, granted, I don't want to buy the Switch 2, but I am compelled to do so.
Just like
so I
Beardo will
can-
be compelled to buy GTA 6.
Exactly the exact same thing. And there's no hope of a PC port or anything. So I'm literally, I have no choice but to roll these old panties down and go on and let them have their way with me because I'm gonna have to get it so I can play the next Pokemon game. So
And since
it is what it
Ariel's
is.
birthday, she would probably watch because that's her entertainment.
Hey,
Happy
that's
birthday,
it.
Ariel.
Happy
Don't-
birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Ariel.
and shout outs to Dr. Rachel. Thank you for saying that my boy is cute. I appreciate that. Jed, watch yourself, big dog. Watch yourself. Your time is coming.
Oh, it
Your
is.
time is coming.
It is.
Yeah.
So I guess just to round this out, then I feel as though, despite good moves being made here and there, despite some faith in AA, despite even a venerated company like Square Enix making good moves, trust is still lacking in our gaming world. We have all been severely beaten up the past, I will say, decade for a lot of reasons. And I personally, I want to have hope. God damn it, Dre, I want to have hope. But I'm not cynical. I'm not being, I don't want to be negative, but I'm looking forward to next year. And then this, I'll end it with this. Let's end on a positive note. At this moment, I can count maybe 3 games I'm looking forward to. New games, not remasters, not stuff like that. New games that may be coming out next year. Do you guys have anything that's jumping out at you? GTA 6 aside, let's take that off the table.
Yeah.
Let's take that off the table. That's a gimme in a lot of ways. So, I mean, for me, I'm looking at Crimson Desert as an RPG. If it does come out, Final Fantasy XIV's next expansion. And, and also, it's the, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's the pseudo Fey-like action adventure RPGs to be taking place in London with the voice actress who did Mayel in Expedition 33. She's the voice actress of the character. I forget what the game is called. I'm looking forward to that one. I keep forgetting
that
what
one
it's
looks
called,
interesting. I don't remember either, but yeah.
And there's a couple other action RPGs that are looking kind of good, but that's it. And some of those don't even have confirmed dates yet. But that's all I got. I got maybe 3. There are other games I want, but they're usually remasters or different than that. And there's no announcement on Final Fantasy Remake Part 3 yet, so I can't put that out there. So is there anything that you guys are looking forward to next year that you either trust that I'm going to be down for this? I know you guys are going to say Resident Evil, right? You're going to say that.
I have 2, yeah, and they're both sequels. Resident Evil 9, Good Faith, that's going to be a day 1 pre-order for me. And also the new Lego Batman game.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. That's all I know of that's coming out next year. Then that's really all I'm excited for.
Yeah, I mean everything else is backlog, remakes, remasters that I'm interested in too. Jet?
There's only one game I'm looking forward to, and it's actually at the end of this year, and that's Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That's like the only game I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, see, that didn't appeal to me.
Because it's a beat 'em up, and I'm a slave to beat 'em up games.
Okay, all right. You're a slave.
I'm a slave.
You're a slave.
I'm a slave. Oh yeah, singing Negro spirituals the whole way. I have every Streets of Rage that's ever been invented. I have every Golden Axe game. I have every Ninja Turtles game. Like every single side-scrolling beat 'em up I have. So, they have me by the ankles.
That's fair.
They have me by the ankles and by the balls. So they're gonna get my money, and it looks like this game's actually gonna be a lot of fun. And they actually look like they got their multiplayer that's actually more than 2 people. Please, God, Lord, Streets of Rage 4, what a disappointment that online was. But this game looks like it's gonna be a whole mess load of fun. So they're gonna get my money come December. So, but next year, 2026, there's nothing really on my. Oh well, Lego Batman. I probably will get that because that Lego Batman's great. But other than that, nothing really.
Jed?
Well, for me, next year looks a lot better than this year did. This year, I was surprised by Expedition 33. That came out of the blue for me. I wasn't anticipated for it or anything like that. The only game I was looking forward to was the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which I hated. So it wasn't a great year for me gaming-wise, with the exception of Expedition 33. But next year, Lego Batman, I'm actually really excited for. Resident Evil 9, I'm finally playing that franchise for the first time. I've been talking to Peter a lot with that. I played 2, 3, and 4 now, and even though the gameplay and story is the best in 4, I just love Jill Valentine. So 3's probably my favorite out of the ones that I've played thus far.
3 remake was Jill, like the most hated.
Really? No, I just like Jill a lot. I didn't care one shit about Carlos, but 4 was by far the superior game. I just really like Jill. But I'm looking forward to 9 quite a bit. I'm going to start playing 7 here in a little bit, and 8 hopefully. Before it comes out. Yeah,
Lady D.
Lady D.
Lady D.
Lady D. Listen, even I know who Lady D is. I don't play those games.
7 is by far the scariest, in my opinion.
I'm looking,
especially being in first person.
I'm very much looking forward to trying those out, and it's a great franchise. I've always had a lot of respect for it. So 9, I'm looking forward to, even though there's drama about it being a female protagonist or whatnot. The reasons why are selling me absolutely on it. But a game I found out just this week is coming out next year, hopefully, that was actually announced a few months ago. I wasn't aware of, is there's a big Expanse game coming out, and I love those books and the first half of that television show. It sounds like it's going to be a lot like Mass Effect, where it's a cover shooter RPG and choices matter a lot. I'm a little worried since it's taking place during the events of the TV show, during the good seasons. So how is it going to interact with
how
the
much
main
freedom
story? Yeah, how much freedom can you actually have? They're selling it on that your choices matter, but you're within the rails of what's happening in the periphery in the main story. But the trailer looks really good. I love this world. The accurate science fiction in it is something that appeals to me. So yeah, I keep discovering new games that I'm hopeful for next year. And none of them are real big AAA, because that game I don't believe is the AAA studio. At least it's probably distributed by one.
It's a niche.
It looks really good though, like a high quality AA at least. So yeah, next year's way more excited for next year than I was this year. So I have hope for gaming that I haven't had in a long time.
That's good. That's good. I mean, like I said, for me, it's mostly AA's. The only AAA studio I'm excited for is anything coming out of Square Enix. Everything else is AA related, whether it's some very dark fantasy RPGs or a couple of strategy RPGs or strategy building. We might get Witcher 4 next year.
I doubt we'll get it next year, but it's always possible.
You're the one I watch for that. I'm not getting that day one. I'm watching you first.
Yeah, and it's Cyberpunk. They're known for delays. They're known for launch issues. So even if there is a release date next winter or something like that to release, then I fully predict that it'll get delayed.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Ending on a positive note. Positivity is good. We try to do that. Let's say our farewells and have some nice Sunday evenings. Jed, how you looking this week?
Well, everyone can find me on YouTube at Hollywood Scholar, at least for right now. A major rebrand is coming, like I've teased a few times. But in the meantime, just regularly scheduled live streams with Saturday Night Drive-In coming this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And because it's Thanksgiving season, I felt it was appropriate to do a family movie. So we're going all the way back to classic Disney family films. We're going to be talking the 1960 film Swiss Family Robinson. So if you're interested, come check that out.
Seen that in forever. It's been a long time.
I haven't seen it since it came out.
I hate you. I'm old. So what? I don't look like whatever. All right. Dre, how you doing? Good. What you got this week?
So first of all, shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody. It's great to be here. Fat Boy is sleeping.
He's sleeping. He's out cold. He's out cold.
He's happy. And something about your voice, Adam, that makes him go to sleep. So
hey, it's a dulcet tone. It's a dulcet tone.
Put on double D every time you got to put him down for a nap.
No, I yell on that one. We can't have that. That's yelling.
But this week we'll see what pops off. Everybody can find me on the Brutal Planet Comics YouTube channel and also the Brute Plays, and of course follow me on X, Twitter. This week, am I doing anything interesting? I don't think so. But I am on the fence if I'm actually going to be doing any more game streaming for the year. I'm trying to get some schedule together once I got this boy settled in and start actually getting some streaming done. But yeah, so everybody, the chat's been great. You all been fantastic. And I will catch you all next week.
Okay, Beardo.
You guys know where to find me. The usual routine, Geeks and Gamers stuff, and then just, gaming and podcasts on my channel. So nothing special.
Let's see. I'm essentially done for tonight. I will be recording Wormhole Watch with Duke Devil Brad, Jay Hitman, and Jay Fractured. We're almost at the end of Deep Space Nine Season 2. And then, let's see, tomorrow you can tune into the Daily Dive, the Double D's, where I will be doing my chat, maybe watches reviews of Predator Badlands.
Hey, you got paid to watch that.
I know.
Front.
I know, but it still hurts. It still hurts. All right, it still sucks. Listen, they made me watch Requiem for a Dream this year, ass to ass. They made me watch that horrible movie, Cats 2019 last week. They don't treat
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, they made me watch Dragon Ball Evolution. Yeah, anyway, all right, fine. So we got that tomorrow. At some point, probably Tuesday night, we'll be finishing up Final Fantasy Tactics, Evilise Chronicles. Let's see. What else? Can't think of it. Oh, okay. All right. So I announced it on Ballbusters on Friday. Here's the official announcement here. Next week is once again Dermy karaoke, but there's two special stipulations. One, since I'm essentially in charge of it, I get to decide what's going to happen. Next week's theme, Queen songs. Only Queen songs. And during the week, on any Ballbusters panel member live stream, especially mine, if you super chat or tip $20, we must partake in a song. Yes. So I will likely be joining Dermy Karaoke on Friday. And
yeah.
Brad has already proxied me his remaining song from a couple months ago. So I've already chosen a song. I know I'm at least going to get one. So I've already chosen the song that I will participate in. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in to Ballbusters this Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern, for our monthly Dermy Karaoke, where it's just good, clean, retarded, fun singing songs. And the thing is, it's no music. all you hear is us singing because we'll get copyrighted. So that's the fun of it. Other than that, we'll see what the week brings. We'll do that. You can tune into the Daily Dive, the Double D's, every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, where the chat basically punishes me for being here. That's what they do. It's their show. They can do what they want. Anyway, thank you, everybody in the chat. We appreciate all of you being here on this Sunday. We wish you a rest of good of your day. Everybody take it easy, and we'll see you next time. And I screwed that up. Bye.